Okay, so if I just go back here, oh, that one? Oh, that one.
Look for my phone. Where's my Twitch?
Hold on 1 second. Let's see here.
Dante.
Dante? What the fuck is that?
Amy Dante.
Oh, there we go.
Usually
Hold on. I gotta fix some things.
the son of. Oh, I heard he's famous.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me change the title to this to episode 6 because we're in 6 right now.
Make it like clickbaity, like Julie talks about.
Things get. How about this? How about this? We'll just be simple. Things get heated. Things get held.
Things get heated. The perfect clickbait title. AJ Savage 59er.
What?
Look at her username 59.
Oh shit.
Here we. Oh wait.
Oh shit. Oh my mic.
Oh, I'm following you.
Yeah, exactly. Because I pressed it.
Right about that too. I'm happy you said that.
Fuck.
Very good. Well, people are really gonna comment at like 8. Oh, I'm gonna send the link to people.
6.
Let me go to Instagram and send people the link. Oh. Which one's the Twitch one? Can I? Crap, now I'm watching myself in the class. This is. How do I like send this to? Oh, here it is. Share. Share to.
Julie gets freaked out.
Oh, yeah, perfect clickbait dial. Why can't I share it to Instagram? There's no. There's like Messenger. There's Instagram. Why won't it?
Hold on. How you spell your name? Is it Julei?
Jullie.
Okay.
Oh no, I'll send it. No, Jason's in another country.
Who?
No, he's in another. My friend Jason, he's fighting the communists. No, I'm joking.
No, he's fighting no communists.
I'm training to go to Afghanistan.
I know. He ain't fighting no communists. He's fighting freaking.
I know, I'm joking. Alright, now let me copy this and send it to everybody. Copy.
Alright, I might have to turn this down. Where's the mute button?
Where's this Instagram? I have a duty wobble.
Okay, we're going to
Instagram. Oh, Rental Brewery has a new beer. I need to get it now because I'm a consumer.
Alright, we should be all set down here. We should no longer be lagging. And we should be all set now. We should be working. So yeah, the chat will be up on here. And
yeah, let me post that. Why won't it let me post the name?
What do you mean?
Here it is. There you go.
Wait, how do you do that exactly?
I just not like it's like what is it? I'm just posting it. I don't know how to like upload the thing itself to Instagram because it's being a little pain, but.
On your story?
Yeah. I'm gonna. Yeah, I uploaded it on my story.
But is the link on the story? Is your
link? The link is like right on top of the story, but I don't think you can click the link. I don't know how to do it because I don't think. I'm gonna send it to Jack.
Hold on, let me see here.
I'm gonna send the link to Jack, and then I'm gonna send the link to Haley Tanaka. Because he's like my Okasan's brother-in-law.
Oh, yeah. What's it? Just this would be good enough, but you're gonna the link.
Yeah, I don't know how to like make the link go. You know what I mean?
Hold on. I think it's like a. I forget what it is.
Like I'm trying, because I'll like try to. Let me try to.
Alright, just so you know we're recording as well. So, right now...
Oh, we are recording, that's right. We're gonna...
So, yeah, right now, we're just figuring things out. Relax, just hold on. It's only been like 5 minutes, but it's okay.
Yeah,
We'll figure things out. We're figuring things out.
We should probably start having words. Okay, where's my Twitch thing? I gotta shut this thing off, or else I'm gonna go insane. Alright, everybody. We're back. Baby. We got internet gossip today. We're a little earlier than usual because we don't take an hour anymore to set up, so we're all ahead of schedule. Okay, let me switch over. Switching the frame bit. Okay, everyone,
This is
we're
what
back.
happens, Julie, when you sit in a
We're better than
chair.
ever. Okay, well, we're in the middle of the couch. Okay, we're having.
But it's okay.
Listen, alright everybody, we're here, we're ready to rumble, we got good internet gossip, we got rap gossip.
Rap gossip?
Well, you're talking about that guy you want to talk about.
No, I was just saying, like, if you're gonna talk about Demi Lovato, you
I
can't talk about
this.
you can't talk about Demi Lovato without talking about Comethazine. I'm just sorry, you can't do that.
Well,
You can't do that.
What's happening with him? I don't know.
I'm gonna play a little snippet.
Okay, we're gonna talk about this rap guy today, and then I'm gonna
show you. I'm gonna show you why. Okay, ready? So you might. So you might be like, what the fuck?
God, what is this?
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah. How old is he? He looked really young in that.
He's like my age. Almost.
Okay, that explains.
He's like I think he's like 21 right now.
Yeah, that's what happens when you give college students.
What do you call? He ain't even in college. That motherfucker just went straight to music, bro.
Okay, like I'm sorry. I get raps like I don't know. Like I'm fine with like you want to be like out there, but like don't be like I'm gonna have something with a lady and I'm gonna get on drugs. Like come on, everybody heard that before. Do something different.
What do you mean?
God.
Dude, it's kind of funny though.
It's funny.
Look. Here's the thing though.
Funny
Listen.
as in you can
No. Here's the thing though.
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. Listen. You gotta respect the man. He's had the balls to say that.
mean,
Listen, look. Not many people would ever say that. Not many people would ever tell their crush what they're gonna do to them. Ever. They would never not even make a song.
Reason.
I know.
Reason.
But you gotta commend this man for the amount of fucking cojones this dude has.
I think
for making that song, okay? You gotta give him some props. That
I'm
man.
more concerned about his brain cells, but I guess his
You gotta give the man props, bro. He literally did. That's revolutionary right there. The fact that, because think about it, like nobody would ever do that in their life. No one would even like if someone has a crush, they don't do that. They don't make a song with the crush.
Wait, was that about his crush?
That was about he has a
he has a crush on Demi.
Not really a crush. It's more like he wants to. Yeah.
Oh, he's not gonna get her that way.
Like,
I'm sorry.
Hey, no. Demi respected it though. She respected the song.
But she's not gonna.
No, but she respected the song though.
Yeah,
she respected the fact that.
She gotta say that, or else.
Hey, come on, listen. You gotta respect the song, okay? You gotta respect it.
Respect the song of a guy talking about how he's gonna.
I'm gonna fuck this.
That's to me is something you make. I don't know. Anyway.
What do you mean something? Julie, I'm sorry that you've been isolated. I know you've been isolated in the town of Scituate. Okay, I'm sorry.
Anime. I know things like.
So you gotta understand the demographics here.
Okay, I get it. Anyway.
Hey yo, actually the title fits perfectly because you did kind of get freaked out when I played that song.
Okay. Like that's gonna be the thumbnail. Thumbnail's gonna be doing this like oh my god. Anyways,
it's like why?
So I heard this from another podcast who that's very popular. Apparently, something happened with Demi Lovato where she went into a bakery and she saw. I don't know. This might not be true. So if this isn't true, then I apologize, guys. So this could be like a grapevine train, but I trust the podcast that says this because they're very reliable. But anyways, apparently, I mean, yeah, it's friendly. So I'm not. It was after dark. But anyways, apparently Demi Lovato went to a bakery, like a frozen yogurt or bakery, whatever, and she saw like these sugar-free cookies. And with respect, Demi Lovato did have like an eating disorder, but she said that the bakery was promoting, or the frozen yogurt place was promoting eating disorders by selling sugar-free cookies. And I'm like, this could be like, it's sort of weird that something like that happened.
You gotta understand that she's also what's the word? She's also like recovering.
Oh yeah, I get that
so it's
too.
like you gotta.
But the thing is that she has like 1 million fans following her. So
Yeah,
her
here's the thing,
fans
but
were
you gotta
attacking
remember
her.
she's still recovering from
I
what
get
she's
that.
done to herself.
I totally get that.
Remember, Disney fucked her up.
Oh yeah, Disney.
You know that,
screwed
right?
her.
Like Disney fucked her
Oh no,
up.
I totally understand that. I just
after doing Camp Rock and all that
I know,
other
I
shit,
get
she got
that.
fucked up.
But,
So
like,
it's like I wouldn't blame her.
You do have a lot of people watching you, and you gotta be aware that there are just some annoying fans out there who are gonna go over the top over this thing that they should understand that. And I totally understand what you went through. It's just like I sort of like especially how small businesses are doing right now. It's just sort of like I don't know. I don't know, but that's what I heard down the grapevine.
Down the grapevine.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm wrong, then you can just say I'm wrong. Like, I don't know. I heard it down the grapevine, but so I didn't know that song was about Demi Lovato. And I just pray to God she doesn't go out with that kid. Oh my God.
What's wrong with damn? It's like that.
Say that. It's like I'm gonna get my pee out. I'm gonna come on. That's so unromantic. Like
Such
I'm
a way
sorry.
with words.
That's like
Plug it
I
back.
get it. You know what? If you want to write a nice song about the girl you like, go ahead and do that. Don't do it. It's okay if you get a little
It's a nice
flirtatious. It's just like you don't be like I'm gonna get my thing out and I'm gonna have tons and tons of things to do. I'm like, okay, guys, calm down. Calm down.
It's like, come on, it's fine.
Oh, I feel bad because I told
Feel
people
bad.
8, and then they're not gonna come until 8. I feel so bad.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. It gives us plenty of time. You know, it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So.
But come on, you gotta respect him, man. Respect the fact that he did that. Like,
I respect the fact that he has his own business. How's that?
look, listen. I'm just saying. All right, not many people would do that. So
Not
I
a
reckon
lot
I commend him.
Okay.
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 Because usually that's how I am, right? See, I don't care how bad it is. If you did that, you got some balls, bro.
I think
Serious
some
balls.
stuff people do. I just don't like that. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I know the song's graphic as fuck. I understand.
I know it's
like,
not the graphic part that bought. It's like the way he
describes it. He's like,
I know the way he just like.
I mean,
talks
he does
about
have some. There's some nice lyrics to it. He's like, "Let's go buy a house.
Okay,
Let me take you out.
nice.
Let's go buy a house."
I
He does
heard
have
the
that.
pee-pee part.
Yeah, that's the
sweet.
beginning though. That's just the beginning of the song.
That's sweet. Like, oh, let's go buy a house. Aw, let's go out together. Aw, and then he's like, I'm gonna take out my pee-pee. I'm like, okay. You don't have okay, and then he goes on, and I'm like, okay, dude. Okay, you can say this in more eloquent.
I still respect you, bro. Don't worry, I respect you perfectly.
Respects you. I respect how you have a ton of money, and I want money. So. I mean, hey, you're the billionaire. What do I know? Like, you're making $1 billion.
He's not making $1 billion.
How rich is he?
He's rich though, but he ain't making $1 billion. He's rich.
You are the rich person. I'm not rich, so what do I know?
So yeah, you can't really be talking about just.
What do I understand about the world of?
I'm like, Julie, you've been isolated in a town of situation.
I was trying to leave, and then someone ate a bat. And I was trying to leave.
It was not. No. It was not a bat.
It was not a bat. Every time I tried to leave,
bat.
I know.
Listen, it wasn't.
It's
no one
joke.
ate a bat. No one ate the bat.
I know.
Okay?
I know.
See, what happened
use it
was
as
the
a joke,
Wuhan fucking laboratory that they had was
Oh,
growing coronavirus in human lungs.
I know.
So they were doing tests trying to figure that out. It got out, and now we have this thing.
Oh no! Like I totally believe that.
People think, oh no, it wasn't from a lab. I'm like, dude, literally, the proof's in the fucking pudding. Look at it. Just think about it for 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Come on, the laboratory. Listen, the laboratory that was studying coronavirus and growing it through human lungs, it got out.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're telling me it's not from a lab?
No, Keon, you're being like Alex Jones. You're a conspiracy theorist.
Conspiracy?
Like China wouldn't do that. Like you're being so prejudiced against Winnie the Pooh. What, you think he has concentration camps?
Chinese people used to freeze people to see if they would survive.
Yeah, I know. Dude, I'm joking. I'm joking. You know I'm joking. You know I'm joking. Don't
I'm like, bro, they used to do some fucked up shit to the old people,
I know they do. I complain about Winnie the Pooh all the time. I like to joke around. You know?
I mean, they don't do that anymore, but I'm just saying they did at one point.
Oh my god, they did. They're crazy. Like, I swear to God, we should have gone after Winnie the Pooh.
Why?
Because I don't like him.
You don't like him?
I don't like Winnie the Pooh and his like troops. Because like now they're like, I don't know why everyone's just letting everything he's doing fly by. It's so ridiculous. I'm like, okay, so what? You have a lot of money. Well, guess what? I don't care. I don't like how you're treating people. Like honestly, I don't know. What are you gonna? I mean, I don't know. I feel like we should have helped Hong Kong, but whatever.
Helped Hong Kong?
Yeah, we should have helped Hong Kong.
No.
Why?
I don't think we should. That's our business, to be honest.
But they were asking us for help. They were wearing Pepe masks.
Yeah, I understand that for help, but we can't even prevent a cop from killing somebody without repercussions.
Hey, they got that guy. They got him.
I know they got him, but the fact that there was an argument against that, that wasn't murder, it was ridiculous.
I mean, it was ridiculous, but it's also.
I'm like, the video's clear as day. The fact that his attorney.
Well, he should have pleaded guilty.
Listen, the fact that his attorney said, the cops, he's doing what a normal cop does, and like the crowd was being threatening. No, they were not.
No, they weren't.
They weren't trying to pull him off anyway. I mean, I wish the crowd went up.
I was like, why weren't they punching them in the face?
I'm like, I wish the crowd would have pulled him off.
Yeah,
I wish that happened, but no.
Gosh, have someone filming it and have someone like get the guy off.
Yeah, I'm saying, but usually filming is enough. Usually when you film a cop, they usually stop their bad behavior because they know.
Yeah, that guy was a sociopath.
Like, dude,
he had shit under.
I'm like, bro, no, he had a vendetta against him. He had a vendetta against George Floyd. Not to mention that man had so many complaints from other people.
Yeah, how wasn't he fired?
Listen, he's assaulted. He's assaulted like 3 Mexicans. He's assaulted 2 black people. He's assaulted like a whole bunch of people. He had 8 complaints. 8 complaints.
Why didn't they fire him,
bro? Because no one wants to be a cop. That's why. No, they didn't fire him. Because it's kind of like our job. We need employees. That's why. It's like they're not gonna fire you because we need employees. That's what happened.
Still, but like I don't know. It's so if I was that guy, I would have like been, nope, you're off the force. I don't care. You're off the force.
I would have been off the force after the first time. I would have been like, yo, what are you doing? No, get out.
No, get out. Like I would have been like, nope.
Here's the thing though. If you kicked him out, he would have got another job in another state.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
He would have just went to another precinct in another state.
That sucks. I don't know. It's the whole thing gets me angry. But actually, did you know that people are getting baptized now where George Floyd died? They're getting baptized there. I said no. Like I saw this. Like it was like on like some Christian news article. They're showing people like having a pool, and then there's all these like I don't know what it is exactly.
I mean, there's Southern Baptist. Yeah, there's Baptist. There's Baptist.
Yeah. I mean, like
I mean,
it's just. I mean, they're making him a saint though, and like
I mean. Far from it. I mean, if you look, look. Okay. If you look back at his past, it's like every other black male experience.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I mean, granted, he did do something.
Yeah.
He did do some criminal acts, but it's like, I'm not gonna say who does it, but I'm saying like, well. How many people, like, come on, let's be real here. There's been people that have stolen before. There's been a lot of people that have stolen. There's people that had, there's a lot of people that have done stupid things. But and you tell them to move on. That's what you're supposed to do. But it's like, it don't matter what you do. You shouldn't, listen. In the court of this law, you should not be getting killed before you get a trial.
That's exactly right. Yes.
That's what I say. You should not get killed before you get a trial.
That is
you're not
true.
judged. You're not judged during executioner. You're a cop.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
Yeah, and like they got him, and he's in jail now. So
of course you should be in jail. You should be charged. You should throw the book at him. I'm good.
I can't believe like the guy pleaded not guilty. I would have been like, if I was his lawyer, I would have been like, are you sure?
I'm like,
I'll be like,
hold
are you
on.
Sure?
Hold on, wait.
They have this video of
you know, listen, you ain't giving me nothing to work with. I'm like, you ain't giving me nothing to work
with.
Like,
dude,
this would be me.
please.
If I was his lawyer, I'm like, you ain't giving me nothing to work with. Bro, they got you on 4K. They got you in 4K.
The lawyer's like,
what are you gonna do?
The lawyer's like,
they got you in 4K.
How can I
literally, like you were in 4K. Clear as day, you got 20 witnesses watch you do this shit. It wasn't like, oh, this happened behind closed doors, this happened in the alleyway,
it wasn't like you could
1 or 2 people saw it, and,
it
blew it out of proportion. No, there was a good solid 20 people watching you do this shit to him. Like, it wasn't like, it was in an alleyway, he was, like, and listen, and then they had the audacity to say that he was resisting. Okay, listen.
He was
Okay.
on. He was.
Look,
He
and
like,
look, also they also had the audacity to say, "Oh, we needed 4 people to pin him down because he's super
oh,
strong."
you had 4 people.
Look,
you didn't
I'm
have
like-
4 people there.
Yes, they had 4 people pin him. They had 4 people pinning him.
Oh, the guy behind the car. I forgot.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
They're like, oh, he needs to be pinned because he's super strong. I'm like,
No, he wasn't. He like.
I don't listen. I don't care.
Why didn't you
If you're a
just
human,
call a medic?
1 against 4, right? What? Okay, think about it like this.
Yeah.
No matter what human it is, you could be freaking Mike Tyson. You could be Bruce Lee. If it's 4 motherfuckers coming at you, you're not fighting them all off.
Yeah, exactly.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Unless you know some unless your reflexes are so goddamn fast that they're faster than a goddamn snake strike, you are not gonna be able to fend off 4 people. So the fact that they said superhuman strength is laughable.
It is really stupid.
Laughable.
It really is. Like, I don't know. They got him. I feel like I don't know. They got him though. He's in jail and now George Floyd's a saint. Yes, I don't know. But they got him.
Yeah.
We got him. We won.
Yeah.
We got him.
But it's like,
why did it take so long? Yeah, like it was so stupid how he pleaded, oh, not guilty. I would have been like,
you're guilty as fuck.
It's like his brain.
Listen, you don't even have to like listen.
He's like a sociopath.
You don't even have to have a trial. Literally show this to like 10. If show this to 20 freaking people, they would all say he's guilty.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was. They
no
go through all
question.
this legal stuff
No
because
question.
he's allowed to, but
I mean,
I can't
unless one of the out of 20 of those people are
well,
racist.
do you know why
But even still,
it took that long?
yeah, that's how the court system works.
Yeah, like
the court system takes
system,
forever.
Yeah, it's so
because
stupid.
one, they're underfunded, they're understaffed.
Yeah.
They're overbooked. Like there's so many cases they got to go through and cover.
Yeah.
There's not enough judges to take all these cases.
Yeah.
What else? There's a whole bunch of bullshit that our justice system needs to go through and fix.
Yeah.
But at the same time, right?
Yeah.
There's no money in the justice system. But tell me this: how come the government spends over $832 million to fight homelessness? And guess what happens in homelessness? There's no fix. There's no change in the homelessness. No.
Yeah, they're all going to California.
No, not even that. No, that's literally where California is. California.
Oh my gosh, yeah, they were talking about that.
No, I'm like,
yeah.
dude, there's no
we can't fix homelessness.
Look, no.
I mean,
you can fix homelessness. You just can't donate to those people. Because when you donate to, okay, listen.
Yeah.
All right, I'm not saying all charities are bad.
Yeah.
But there's a good percentage of them that lie about where they put their funds.
Yeah.
A lot of, like, for example,
yeah, there's a lot
Red Cross.
That's a woman.
For example, Red Cross. 90% of this money is going straight to the CEO's pocket.
Oh God, yeah, those, yeah, like
the people, the money they sent to Haiti.
Same.
Haiti didn't see a dime of it.
I know, right? Like the cancer, those breast cancer pink things by that Susan lady. Those most of that goes to her.
Yeah.
Illuminati. She's a YouTuber and she does all these MLMs and stuff and where this charity goes. And she's so good at just breaking everything down and describing where the money goes. And you really got to look up what charities you're donating.
Yeah, you can't just donate.
Some of them are like. Because people are like, oh, donate to charity. Like at Star Market, I'm like, how much of this money is actually going to these people?
Yeah,
you know?
it's like none of majority of it is not going to the people. And listen, here's the thing though. Government, like our government, is notorious for just burning money. Like I'm not talking about actually burning money, but I'm talking about wasting money. Like the government is very good at wasting money.
You don't know this meme? It's like the meme where like the cute anime girl from Kagura.
But I'm just saying they know how to waste money.
Yeah, like it's a
I never met somebody that could be so spend thing. Like yeah, they could write all the pages, all the freaking things they want.
Yeah.
But guess what? Those papers are useless because all what's gonna happen is literally like bro, everything. Listen, our country's just run on money. Okay, literally you literally cannot. Nothing. Listen, anything you do in this, anything you do here, is just everything has to have an incentive behind it. Yeah. There's no like, oh, I'm doing it out of the kindness of my own heart. Now, there's some people out there that will do that.
Yeah,
But if you talk about a big corporation or a big charity place or any of that, no, they need to have an incentive to do what they do. Okay, they don't do it because they want to do it. They do it because they make money out of it. That's why they do things. Like the environmentalist thing. I also figured out like most of them are scamming. They scam.
Oh, totally.
Like no, not scamming like illegally, but like every time like you buy land and you try to put a building up, they'll either one make up something or two they'll be like, you can't build here because this rare bird that is about to die. But in reality, the environmentalists don't pay for any of the forest what do you call that shit? Preservation. They don't pay a dime for forest preservation. You know who pays for that? Hunters. Hunters pay for forest.
Really?
Yes, hunters pay for forest preservation.
Really? Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, I know. I didn't know that.
Most of the money that hunters pay for their equipment goes straight to the forest.
That's so nice, though.
You want to know why though? Because listen, hunters are not bad people. Hunters.
Yeah, I agree. I think we should actually learn how to hunt more now after this pandemic. Because let's get real, when the apocalypse happens, we're gonna need people who know how to hunt.
It's exactly like you got one right. You got one next.
Yeah, we gotta survive the apocalypse, guys.
I mean, you're not gonna survive the whole entire thing.
Okay.
We'll be struggling.
We're gonna survive with Vanessa, and we'll actually some other people from work want to join us. So we're all gonna have a giant tribe. Well, like they want to join our podcast.
That doesn't really want to be a part of our group like that.
Well, we can survive in the woods.
I'm like Loki. Like, was it you said who says coming? You said.
Well, Tristan said he wanted to get on.
Oh.
And like, if anyone wants to get on, just DM me through my Instagram. And
I'm screaming like a crazy motherfucker right now. But anyway.
Yeah, like this title should have been Keon gets irritated.
No, but no, it's not even that. No, Julie gets freaked out because of the beginning of what happened.
Okay, about the guy with his. Okay. Anyways.
So Julie got freaked out because Comethazine was just spitting and she did not appreciate what he said.
Okay, no, I don't appreciate what he says because it's just sort of like you have.
I mean, here's the thing though. It's like it's
more
part
eloquently.
Look.
Like I get
it's part of it's part of the culture. Okay. Unfortunately, it's part of the culture. Okay. Like, listen, you could turn around. Listen, the female side of rappers, listen, they do the same exact thing.
Oh, they do. I
like, it's not even like, it's just him. No, literally, like Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, they be talking about, bro,
have you seen WAP? Have you seen?
Yeah, I already listened to that
song. Have you seen
I already saw
Ben
that.
Shapiro. He
you already told me this
song, and it was so
yourself.
funny.
This is the first episode of the podcast. That was the first episode of the podcast.
Okay, it was so funny though. He's like, people. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm just saying, it's like literally like that's part of the culture. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's a toxic culture because at the end of the day, there's a lot of people. Was it not people? But like that. People take those lyrics to heart.
Yeah.
Like I'm a victim of this sometimes, but it's like not a victim. I'm a guilty of this sometimes. Okay. But it's like some people take songs literally. Like some people will take that WAP song and live by it.
Oh God.
Like there'll be people that will live by it. It's supposed to
be like a fantasy.
Yeah, but people live by it. There's girls out there that will live by that.
Oh God, no.
They'll be like, oh yeah, nah, it's like that. Nah, you do what I tell you to do. Or it's like, what was that lyric Cardi B said? Oh, I don't cook, I don't clean. Yeah. No.
For the W.
No. It's like, she's like, I don't cook, I don't clean. Yeah, people like the girls were like taking that to heart. Like, oh, I don't cook, I don't clean either. Yeah, I don't even know.
I mean, cooking and cleaning are good skills.
No, but see, here's the thing though. People like listen. So nowadays, right, in our society, people. Okay, so we're at the third. Where are we at? The third wave feminists right now. Yeah, third wave feminists.
Yeah, we're not.
So with third wave feminists.
I don't want to get too political.
No, it's not. It's just not political.
Okay.
But anyway, what third wave feminists think is that they have no power whatsoever in this society. Even though, you have the right to you have the choice to get a job. You have the choice to get a car. You have the choice to start your own business. Yeah. You have the choice to do anything you fucking please in what you want to do. But since that, we know, since nowadays it's like, oh no, put the female on a pedestal, treat her like a queen, treat her like this, treat her like that. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying don't treat her like a queen, but if she ain't treating you like a king, don't fuck with her.
That's true. Like, I don't like this, I don't like how girls will abuse guys.
Don't put girls on a pedestal if they don't deserve it. That's what I say.
Yeah, I saw some girls in high school, and they would, like, go after guys, and I'm like, what are you doing? And they're like, no. But, like, no one should abuse anybody.
No, but, like, literally, like, but it's not even, on top of that, like, girls take advantage of their attractiveness. to an extent.
Yeah, that's what they
Like,
do.
That's what they take. No, but I mean they take it to the extreme now.
They do? Oh, I mean they do. They do.
Like you understand, like literally, like there's this what's it called? Pretty privilege. That's a thing.
Oh yeah.
Pretty privilege is a thing.
It's like this thing that movies do where like there's Outlander, right? I swear to God, there's just stay with me.
I mean,
stay
some people refer it as the blonde bubble.
Yeah, there's
You know
stay
the
with me.
blonde
So you know
bubble.
in Outlander, right? You got like the two most beautifulest people in the world, and they're always like doing this, right? But then I was like eating dinner with my family once, and I'm like, hey mom, what if those people were like the two ugliest people in the world, and we constantly saw them doing this?
Mm-hmm.
We wouldn't have the same like reaction as if they were pretty. And my mom's like, well, yeah, that's why they're pretty. And I'm like, it's just sort of weird if you think about it.
No, so yeah, like literally, like if you're like, was it like? There's a lot of times where girls will get VIP access, and they didn't pay. They just look hot.
Yeah, I never understood that. Like, I went to college.
They just look important.
And I heard girls would get into Harvard without paying money, and I'm like, how? And they're like, oh, because we're girls. And I'm like, but you don't even go to the school. Like, how did you do that? They're like, oh, because we're girls. And I'm like,
yeah, that's the privilege part.
So
no one wants to talk about it. No one wants to talk about it.
I can get into
but like anyway,
clubs in Harvard for free.
Back to what I was talking about. So yeah, third wave feminists think that they're powerless, but in reality they have the most power they ever had in this country, ever. But since everybody wants, since they want to play the victim role, since they want to play, oh, I'm weak, I'm this.
Are we talking about the neo-Nazi feminists?
No, not even. You can include them into that, but like even still, like literally, like not all. I'm not saying all third-party feminists are like this, but I'm saying lots of them play the victim role. Like, oh man, this happened to me because this, or and then some of them also develop masculine traits. Now, no,
that's not bad.
No. Here's the thing, though. They don't develop the positive ones. They develop the negative ones.
That is
like they develop the aggressive aspects of it. They develop the jealousy aspects of it. They don't do the assertiveness.
Well, what are
confident
feminine traits then? What would the feminine traits be? Because we're always talking about I'm just wondering because what is the counterpoint? Because aggressiveness is masculine trait.
Yeah.
So what would the feminine trait, the opposite of that, be? What would that be?
I mean, masculine and feminine are not opposites. They're just difference.
Oh, okay.
They're just difference. Like listen. There's no listen. Listen. People make it seem like it's the opposite. No, femininity. And masculinity are two different things.
Okay. Yeah.
They are part of the same thing because we're men and women. So it's like, but here's the thing though. It's like feminine is being respectful. Not talking. Was it not talking like you own the spot? You listen. You listen. You let you hear people out before you speak and shout over them.
Higher levels of openness.
Yes.
Okay.
You're open, but at the same time you're yourself. You're not trying to be this angry I'm this is me. Was it? And not to mention, a lot of girls wear this as a badge of honor. They wear that attitude badge like a badge of honor.
Okay, you gotta show me where these.
No,
I haven't experienced. I mean,
no, but like I said,
because I'm a girl.
Yeah, no, yeah. I know that, but it's like some of them like that attitude. They think that's like. Here's the thing though, but us men enable that shit because.
I do see men.
Some of us men think it's attractive for a girl to have an attitude. Some of us, not all of us, which is not good because what happens is more females are going to continue to have this attitude, and then they're going to continue to cause this vicious cycle of, horrible society. Like we're honestly there's things we got to fix, but it's like literally, it's like
I think we have progressed to a point where women.
Yeah.
Are in a much more comfortable place than they ever been in history.
Yes.
And.
But what the third party feminists think, what they want people to think is that they're not.
Yeah, I don't.
Do people?
I mean, I feel like we have. We are so lucky to live in the modern world.
Yeah, not to mention, it's literally third party. Listen, it doesn't help that school teaches you about teaches you like they teach you like they tell girls, hey, look for the patriarchy in this. Like, you know, like this is bad. This like don't do this.
Teachers don't really understand
And then
those political.
yeah, like but like they'll be like, oh look for the but like listen, tell me this.
Yeah.
There's no fucking patriarchy in this day and age. There isn't.
Mm.
There isn't one.
Yeah.
Because that was taken down by the first and second waves.
Yeah.
So the third wave, they're just trying to make shit up to complain.
I mean, yeah.
But it's like I understand. Okay, cool. You want to fight for the rights, but here's the thing, though. Third party feminists only want what is good for them. That's the problem. They don't want equalness anymore. They want them to have. They want to have all the power to themselves, basically. There's no like, oh, let's be even, let's be equal. Because guess what? I'm telling you right now, men and women are not equal. We're different. We're not the same.
Yeah.
Okay? It's like, you gotta understand, we have different chemicals.
Have you ever seen that Camille Pagilia?
No.
She is like a, I think she's technically a trans man, but she goes by she, her. So anyways, she actually wrote the books The Sexual Persona, and she goes into great depths about like the difference between the sexes and how women behave and men behave. She is so good. You just watch, like, you can watch her an hour talking, and you're entertained the entire time. And she's like an art historian too, and she gets into much greater depths into what you're saying. Yeah, like which is like, you're also getting into.
It's like, but his thing is like at the same time, it's like we're different. Like for example,
we're different.
Like we got different chemicals running through our bodies. We got different brain. We got wisdom. We got different types of brains. You know, like I mean. It's still the human brain. It doesn't matter where it comes from. But I'm trying to say is that our chemical balance is different than your chemical balance.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
Like, you guys got estrogen, we got testosterone.
I definitely agree.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, yes. We have estrogen in us as well, but it's very minimal compared to what you guys have.
I remember, okay. I remember, I was trying to tell Marie this.
And vice versa.
Yeah, I remember, I was still trying to explain to this, my sister, why men don't have you then explained to me why men have a birth control pill. But I was trying to explain to Marie why men don't take like the real birth control pill, and I'm like, well, that's because the birth control pill has estrogen in it, and guys can't take estrogen. And Marie's like, but men have estrogen in them too. I'm like,
but not as much as a female does.
And they're not supposed to take estrogen.
They're not supposed to. We're not supposed to have it because the testosterone converts into estrogen.
So there's this whole like weird disconnect with biology right now, where people don't understand that men should not be taking estrogen unless prescribed by a doctor and you're transitioning. That's a whole different story.
Like but
in a general sense, men should not be taking estrogen, and women should not be taking testosterone. In a general sense, I know there's
I'm like no, you can't. I mean, there's exceptions, but like but here's the thing though, like if you're a healthy male, you shouldn't be taking that. Period, because you already convert, you already make that on your own.
Yeah, exactly.
Like testosterone converts into estrogen, but only in small amounts. The only reason why we have estrogen is because estrogen helps stop us from growing too big.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like
I'm learning something from
when puberty comes into play, right? When we start going through it, after a certain amount of time, we get estrogen in our system, so our bones can stop growing. Because if we don't get that, what's going to happen is we're going to continue to grow. We're going to be like 8 feet tall.
Oh my god.
And we're going to have like super long fingers and long extremities, but we're not going to look proper. That's the problem. We're not going to look correct.
Yeah.
Like, we're not going to look correct. I mean, granted, the only benefit to that is keeping your hair. But here's the thing, though. It's like, the only reason why we have estrogen is so we can stop growing at a certain point in time. Like,
that's so interesting.
It's like, that's what it is.
So why do women have testosterone? Is for the same reason?
Yeah, it's kind of like that, like, it's kind of like how, you know how, like, men become, like, either, like, when you're a kid, either you're pudgy or you're skinny, and then all of a sudden you're muscular, because, like, you know, that happens. When female, it's kind of the same thing. Either you're skinny or pudgy, and then all of a sudden now you got breast. You know what I mean? It's like that.
Yeah, it's like, I actually, you know what? This is a funny story. Let me hold on. So I remember it was our last day in high school. It was like our last like senior week, right? Mm-hmm. And we were going over to the elementary kids' school, and they were having us do dodgeball, like boys versus girls. Mm-hmm. So you got like the little like 6th graders, right, running around. They're adorable. But then the problem is that you separated the boys from the girls, so now you have like these like 18-year-old men with the little boys, and then you have the girls team. Mm-hmm. And the men, they were having fun, obviously. Yeah. Who wouldn't have fun? But then this one kid, he was, I think he was like a strong kid, you know, he was an athlete. Yeah. He threw the ball, hit a wall, thank God, at supersonic sound, and it boomed throughout the room.
Oh,
Everyone looked at it.
I do that all the time.
Oh, no. But the problem was that we were playing with little kids.
Oh.
So,
he
was like horrified, and everyone was looking at him because he realized he had to like keep himself from going over the top.
Yeah.
So that was like, something funny I noticed.
That's another thing though.
Yeah.
Like our society nowadays, like
Yeah.
when it comes to us like men, like they make it seem like being a masculine is a bad thing.
Yeah.
They make it seem like it's a
They
bad
call
thing.
it like
Toxic masculinity. That is shouldn't. Okay, then if there's such thing as toxic masculinity, how come there's no such thing as toxic femininity?
Because Keon, men are all evil and like women are like all queens and like I'm joking. Oh my god, Keon, you have to know what
No,
I'm
I'm
doing.
only
I'm
making.
like,
I know.
joking.
I'm making that face. I'm just like.
You look so serious.
I'm like, bitch.
though.
Hold on.
I'm joking, obviously. Oh
It's like,
my
hold
god.
on.
I just
true.
know it because I go to like a liberal arts school and people say that all the time.
I'm like, yeah, but not all females are queens.
Yeah, not all females.
Not all,
Trust me.
There's a lot of females out there that are absolute bitches.
Yeah.
Absolute.
And
Like
there
you
should
can tell. Like there's a lot of girls out there that will literally say, oh, I don't want to lead you on, but then turn around and date another dude behind the dude's back, or they'll have a Peter Pipes as they call it.
Peter Pipe.
You know what that means? You know what a Peter Pipes is? Okay, so you don't get it.
No.
Okay, so basically, like Peter Pipes is that friend with benefits that you keep with. Like you kind of have that on the side just in case you have the urge, you just call him. In a sense, it's vice versa.
Okay.
That exists. It exists.
Let's have a rule, like don't have sex until you're in a good relationship. How's that as a rule?
You can't do that. That won't work because
I know.
it won't work. That just
I
goes
know
against biology by all means.
I know, but I'm like sometimes I feel like people just need to like get some self-control and be like, okay, I know you feel like this right now, but should you actually be doing it? Like,
yeah, that's
like you gotta like have that self-control.
Yeah, the balance. Yeah, that self-control.
Like if you're in a steady relationship, like I can't stop you, but you gotta understand.
I mean, but there's also benefits being in a single life though. It's like there's there's benefits to it. Like you're not tied down to anybody. You don't have to you don't have to compromise with people.
As long as you're being responsible.
Yeah. But it's like
but most people aren't responsible.
Yeah, no
No one's
one's
being like, oh, nice to meet you.
Especially if you're in college, you're not
no one's
responsible.
like, oh, nice to meet you. What's your name? Okay, so we're gonna set up this thing and we're gonna talk it out. No one does that. It's just like drama.
Yeah, every second,
drama,
every drama, emotions kick in,
drama.
whole bunch of other shit.
Oh my god,
like
so much.
Like
drama.
was it
Yeah.
They figured out was it oh yeah society thinks that society makes masculinity feel like that's a bad thing. It's a bad thing. It's a bad thing for you to stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
And
it's so weird because
and fight.
It's just funny how when people when girls say no, I don't agree with this. They're always like, oh, women should speak their opinion. So when you actually speak your opinions, everyone's like not like other women, not guys. Other women are like, no. like in Hollywood and stuff, you see girls saying, well, I don't agree with that, and then suddenly Twitter, all the girls on Twitter would be like, hey.
Yeah,
disagree with my opinion.
For example,
Yeah.
I've seen these talk shows, right?
Yeah.
There was this one particular that caught me, right?
Yeah.
So there was this female, right?
Yeah.
So she was raised by a single mother.
Yeah.
Now I am too, but here's the thing though with her mother taught her toxic ways of toxic behavior.
Oh no.
So basically, for example, what she say? How she put this? Oh yeah. So basically, one day, right, she was dating this dude, right?
Yeah.
And she came home empty-handed. She didn't have any food on her because the dude didn't take her out to eat or anything.
Okay.
Here's what her mother said. Here's what her mother says to her. Listen, this is her words.
Yeah.
Why is your pussy wet but your stomach empty?
What?
Yeah.
That's awful.
Yeah. And then what happened? And then basically what happens is it's like this vicious cycle over and over again, where basically what she's telling. So the whole premise of the video was to explain how to spend a man's money, basically.
That's awful.
Yeah, how do you spend a man's money without him getting mad?
I feel so bad on first dates how guys have to pay, because then what if you don't like him and you have to break up, and you're like, but he still has to pay. And
yeah.
You're just I'm like,
honestly, me, I think you should go Dutch. First date, go Dutch. First date, go Dutch. Just pay half. So pay for your bill, I pay for mine.
Yeah, because I always feel bad. I'm like, Oh my
Yeah, just go Dutch.
yeah.
Just, like second date.
I'm like, you're supposed to, because everyone tells you you're supposed to do it. But I'm like, what if you don't? Like
Yeah, what
this
if you
guy?
don't like? Here's the thing though. That's
What
why
if you
that's why
don't
you do
like?
coffee.
What if you don't know? Oh, you
That's
get
why
coffee.
that's why you go for coffee. You don't.
That's so Keon. You should be like a dating
No, I'm
advisor.
no. Fuck no. Hell no.
You should
fuck
be
no.
like, you
Hell
should teach
no.
people how dating works.
No.
We could have like a dating show.
Trust me, like yo,
where
shout out to MTR. You know, shout out to him.
Ooh.
Yeah, mediocre tutorials and reviews.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so basically, yeah, he's a YouTube channel. Shout out to him. It's
Yeah.
pretty fire. Check his stuff out.
Yeah.
If this is the thing though, if you do get triggered easily, don't watch his stuff because like honestly, I mean, if you get triggered easily, you should not be on this. You should not be watching me. Period. Because I trigger you fast, very quickly.
This is a not safe space.
Like there's no safe space here,
There's
unfortunately.
In my safe space, safe space. Oh my god, I gotta tell you about this.
No, but let me can I finish the point. So
Okay,
basically,
yeah.
yeah, it's like literally like the whole point of the video is her explaining to her, how to spend a man's money, how to get a man to spend
That's
money on you,
ridiculous,
how to get how to get the man to think, if how to make the man think well of you, but don't spend a dime on him, basically type shit. Basically, yeah, it's like gold digging tactics.
Yeah, it's so
It's a whole bunch of
weird.
gold digging shit. Now, I don't like that because one, it's like, hold on, you're only dating this dude because of the money, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing though. Once the man finds out and cuts you off, now you're screwed, right?
But then she can marry him, and when they get a divorce, Keon.
Yeah, half.
They get half and half. Yeah, that's why I don't
unless
think
the prenup,
government
unless
should
you.
be
Oh,
involved in
listen.
marriage.
Listen.
Yeah.
This is advice for every male that watches this. Whoever shows up to this. Always, I repeat, if you're gonna get married, always get a prenup. Girls too, yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody
everyone
do it.
should get
Get a
The
prenup.
government shouldn't really be involved.
Yeah, it shouldn't be involved anyway.
It was something that happened, I think, in the 50s because they wanted people to
No, it
make
was a
more.
It's transaction. It was a
Yeah.
contractual transaction because,
They wanted more people to get married to start the boomers, but I think it just didn't really affect anything. It was just stupid, and that's why they're involved in marriage so much. I don't know the details.
But marriage is like thousands upon thousands of years old,
Yeah.
right? Like,
yeah, it's supposed to be like Jordan Peterson says, it's about holding up the light. The light.
Yeah, but like it's outdated in this, especially in this time period. No.
Yeah, marriage can't
You
survive
can't.
in
No.
today's society.
Today's society, marriage
It can't.
will cease to
It
exist.
just sucks.
It will cease to exist.
Because people think marriage is miserable.
No, but here's the thing though. It's not even that. It's like people girls. I'm sorry. Yeah,
But
girls in particular think it's slavery to be married.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
Some girls, not all of them. I
understand if they went through a bad divorce.
Not all.
My parents got divorced, and I thought that. But then I was watching people talk about marriage, and I'm like, no, wait, there's a reason why people do this. And now I have a friend who, and her boyfriend, who, if he ever watches this, will not propose to her, even though they have a kid, and she wants to get married, but he has the ring, and he won't do it for some reason.
Hey, listen, you gotta.
Nope, it's been 7 years, and he still hasn't done it.
Well, I mean.
And they have a kid.
I mean,
right
yeah.
now.
I mean, yeah, but it's like.
Nope, he has to get married.
Here's the thing, though, like.
She wants to get married, though.
Also, people say that marriage ruins relationships too.
Okay, well, you know
some
what?
People, for some cases, it ruins the relationship because now you have this contract
yeah,
that you're confined to.
You have a contract to show that you're committed to someone.
Yeah, but it's
if you're not going to be committed to the mother of your kid, then what are you doing?
Well, I mean,
you have to be committed. I'm sorry, it's just that's how it is. And if
what
she
if it's a
wants
mistake?
to get married,
what if
it's not a mistake.
No,
you have a kid with them.
No. What if like
it's not a
no, but you see, here's the thing though. Like females also could take advantage.
No, they're not that like that.
No, I know that.
Like
I know that, but I'm saying like not in their situation. But I'm saying in like other cases,
okay,
females
in other cases,
use the children as leverage.
I can see.
They use the children as leverage.
Okay.
Like,
okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about in functional relationships. In functional, normal relationships, men are not proposing to the girlfriends because they don't want to commit to them.
I don't agree.
Okay, no, I agree. He doesn't want.
I
I agree. I disagree because I think I mean
I
I agree
disagree.
if you're in a toxic relationship, you should not marry that person.
No. I kind of disagree with that. Like the whole oh, you need to marry her after such and such. Because like, what if?
After you have a kid. And
Yeah,
she
you have a
wants to
kid,
get
but
married,
yeah,
and
guess
she's
what?
worried
Guess what?
that
My
you're not
my
gonna
mom
commit.
had me, but guess what? She wasn't with my dad.
What?
I said my mom had me, but she wasn't with my dad.
Yeah, but did she want to get married?
Um,
Did she want to get married? And was the reason?
Probably.
And did her dad marry her? And was she angry about that?
Because he had 5 other kids to deal with.
And he wasn't committing. Screw him. He wasn't
like,
committing. If
okay.
you don't commit to the woman who gives birth to your kid, then I don't know what to tell you about her.
Look. Here's
You
the thing,
gotta
though. It's
commit
like
to your woman. I'm sorry.
sometimes.
I understand that if you're in a toxic relationship.
Not
but then
even
don't
that.
have
It's
kids.
like
Practice safe
sometimes
sex.
the dude didn't want the girl to be pregnant to begin with.
Okay.
Sometimes
well, then he
that
should wear
happens.
a condom. Then he needs to wear a condom.
Yeah, but girls also poke holes in condoms. So it's
Okay,
like,
well then bring your own goddamn condom. Wear 2 condoms for crying out loud. What? You think there's a limit on this? Be extra safe.
yeah, but you could break both of them wearing 2.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, I don't know the details. But if you're that worried that the girl you're sleeping with is gonna poke holes in condoms, then you should not be sleeping with her.
You shouldn't be.
I'm sorry.
You
That's
shouldn't.
just common sense.
You shouldn't just.
Like, if you're worried that your girlfriend is poking holes in your condoms, then don't have sex with her. It's very common sense. I don't know. Alright?
Yeah, but feelings.
Or how about you guys just
Put feelings.
Oh, feelings.
Put feelings
Screw
come
feelings.
into play.
Screw fucking feelings. I don't give a crap.
Oh, but I love her.
Oh yeah, sure you do. Sure you do. Say that when she's like getting. Listen, just you feel like you're not in a good relationship, don't have sex with that person. It's very easy. It's very easy. You just don't have sex. It's very. I know he was like, oh, but feelings. I'm like, I don't give a shit about feelings.
I don't give a shit about feelings.
Screw feelings for
Screw
2
feelings.
seconds. Pretend you were a robot for 2 seconds. Look at yourself in the mirror and be like, should I have sex with this person who I'm afraid who's only after me for my money? And
X,
you
Y,
know,
Z.
yeah.
Or yeah.
X, Y, Z. Make a list. Look at
Or
it and be like,
whatever reason why she wants to take advantage.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
yeah, like.
It doesn't have to be money.
Yeah,
It could
because
be,
guess
it could
what?
be
She's
power,
gonna have
it could be
that
status.
kid.
It could
She's
be.
most likely gonna have that kid, and if you're not gonna commit to her, or like if you're not gonna commit
Here's
to
the
her,
thing,
or you
it's
know
like,
she's a toxic person.
You don't know.
then
You don't know what's going through the male's head though. At the same time,
Okay.
you don't know like
I don't-
there might be a reason why. Not
Okay.
it might not even be her fault. It
I
might
don't
be
think
him.
it's her fault at all.
No,
I think
it might
he's
be
good.
him. He might be a little terrified of the idea of
It's been 7
marriage.
years now.
Yeah, I know, but like he might be terrified of the idea of marriage. He might be like, you know
well-
what? I don't want to marry. I don't want to get married.
Well, then he needs to have that conversation.
Yeah.
Girls, listen, girls. I mean, I don't know from all, but I feel like some girls need to get married. They want to get married. They want to get married. Like deep inside, I know there's all this like feminist, like oh you don't need to get. Some girls.
The sexual revolution.
Yeah, there's some stuff, but some girls really want to get married because for girl culture, okay, I'm going to be a little broad here. There is like this grandinese like thing where we imagine our weddings and how perfect it is and the table. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like there's like that image from like all these like Barbie princess movies where you get married and you have fun and it's happily ever after. And a lot of girls, I'm suspecting a lot of girls deep inside want that. And so I'm not like if you're in a toxic relationship, don't get married. But if you know you love this person, and you know she's gonna say yes if you put I don't know what you're waiting for. Like oh yeah okay so if
but like at the same time, why do you want the government to be involved?
I don't want the government to be involved. I think the government should not be involved at all.
But then why get married then?
You can still get married without the government giving a crap.
Oh, so like a shotgun wedding?
Yeah. Well, like no, like just like do it. Have your own ceremony in your backyard. Screw the government. Be like, you know what? I'm marrying this person, but I don't want the government to do it. Just be creative about it. Find some loophole.
Yeah, that's a shotgun wedding.
Well, yeah, then do that. Just do that, okay? If you don't want the government involved in your
It's not
crap,
official,
which
but
hey, every
but
right
it's like
to you.
yeah, it's not official, but it's like
Yeah, but you're still married, and you still promised you're committed to this person. You don't need the government to get married, guys.
All right, then.
Like,
Then that makes that means don't get married then.
Because no, you are getting married. You're just not getting married to the government. You're getting married to
Yeah,
your
but
person.
on paper you wouldn't be married.
Oh yeah, who gives a crap about paper? Paper? Oh, the government's gonna tell me who I can like marry. Yeah, screw you. Like you're not in charge of who I get married. I think
they don't control who you marry. They just control like like you get the tax benefits from it. You get like the little all the other shit with it. Like but it's like at the same time at the same time, everything becomes one now. You know that, right?
I know, yeah. But
That's the thing.
yeah, no,
like that's what I'm saying. It's like maybe he's not ready. Maybe he's not ready to be one with her.
Yeah, well,
even though you have a kid, even though you have a kid, you can parent that kid without being married. You can parent that kid.
Well, that's gonna cause stress in your relationship,
Really?
and then that kid is gonna have to grow up in a household where the parents keep arguing with each other about getting married or not, and they're gonna have huge questions and meanings of life of what is love and crap. Instead of just saying,
I mean, doesn't that happen to every kid no matter where they grow up?
It does, but I don't want my friend's kid growing up in a house like that. Because that's very stressful, and I know what that's like, and I just think they could avoid the whole shebang if they got married. And you know what? You don't even have to have the government going on it. Just have your own ceremony in your backyard, have a shotgun wedding, do whatever. Just take out the freaking ring. Do it! Do it! Just do it. Like, I'm serious. Like, some girls, this is important too. Alright, guys might be like, oh, why is marriage important? Like, some young girls, they have
but like, not many. But his thing though, it's like not many.
Like, I mean, it's not fair, and some girls don't want to. I'm not saying
not many. Listen, like for this thing, not many females are like worthy of being married though.
Like,
there's
how many are we talking here?
There's not a lot that are like
40% aren't worthy, 30%.
I'm saying I would say 70%.
Okay, so you're saying I'm not worthy of being married.
No, I'm not saying you are, but I'm just saying
every woman at work who goes through your
No. I'm just saying some of them. There's some out there that they shouldn't.
I
especially
agree.
now.
Definitely.
Especially now, I'm not talking about every woman on. I'm talking about.
You said most women.
I'm sorry. Let me clarify. What I mean by women, right? I mean from ages 18 to 30, right? That range, that area range, where they're
18 to 30.
That area range, our generation, basically.
Our generation is sort of screwing everything up.
I'm talking about our generation.
Yeah, our generation is
our generation. No. 70% of our generation, you should not want to marry. Period.
I don't care. I don't like
that's what I meant. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if I didn't clarify. What I meant to say was 70% of the females in our generation, you should not fucking be marrying. Blame listen. You can blame Cardi B. You can blame all those
I don't blame Cardi B.
All those gold diggers influencers out there.
Okay, I don't see the gold diggers as much. I see more of the girls at school who are sort of annoying about stuff, and when you try to stop them from being annoying, they get angry at you, which is going to go into my story later. I have a story.
Wait, get angry for what?
Okay, I don't know, if you say that. All right, so one time. All right, if you
by the way, I don't mean any offense.
Yeah,
I don't mean any offense to that 70%. I'm just saying you shouldn't marry 70%. That's all I say.
Okay, so anyway, one time in school, we were talking about the wage gap. Okay, whatever opinions you have about the wage gap, that is your right. I'm not just dissing you for your opinions. I want to make that very clear because I don't want any brand associated with my political opinions. So, anyways, I was with my group of girls, and we were hanging out in college, and they were complaining about the wage gap and how awful it was. Okay, so then I raised my hand. I'm like, hey, isn't the wage gap? Aren't there other factors in it, like how girls
work less than men?
Have little less hours and this and that. I was just trying to offer a different perspective, and they're like, no, it's because of sexism, and they wouldn't even look at the other perspective. I'm not saying that it's not a problem. I'm just saying there's other.
There's also this aspect where people don't have their own opinions anymore. They usually get their opinions. They get their opinions off some influencer or their celebrity they're watching.
That's what I'm saying with podcasts.
And they go off with that one. They just go with that one instead of drawing from different perspectives and writing your own conclusion. They just take the conclusion of a celebrity.
Oh my God, yeah.
And just use that.
I'm like, okay, guys.
Because I don't know what it is. I don't know if they're lazy. I don't know if they don't know what an opinion is. It's because we're
berated by so much social media.
Yeah,
now,
I understand that, but it's you can have your own fucking opinion. It's nowadays you can't even have your own opinion.
They don't know how to have one. Before it was you don't have to get into politics or any of this stuff if you don't want to. But now the education system is forcing kids who don't know any of this stuff, and the teachers don't understand it either. I don't understand it myself, but they're forcing them.
It's very complicated.
It's so complicated.
For the dumbest of reasons. It's not even
good complicated. It's bad complicated.
It's corrupted beyond repair almost.
Yeah, it is. And they're trying to force kids to get into it. I remember my history teacher would not tell us to shut up about watching the news. She's like, you have to watch the news. Why don't you watch the news? You have to read newspapers. You guys aren't involved in the news. She was like trying to recruit us to watch the news 24/7.
No, here's the thing, though, but
Yeah.
okay. My
Yeah.
logical half, right? Like, my logical
Yeah.
half understands you, right?
Yeah.
And says, okay, yeah, I understand, yeah, you shouldn't be forcing kids.
Yeah.
But then here comes my political side, my political
Yeah.
awareness side that says, hey, I don't care who you are, you should be paying attention to to politicians.
You should.
You should be paying attention to politicians and what they do,
Listen.
because guess what?
Yeah.
Some of them are corrupted, bad. Like lobbyists, people don't even know what lobbyists do. They go
around and they bribe people.
Yes, that's their job.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They bribe politicians
Oh,
to get
I
laws
get that.
sent in.
But I'm saying that not everyone has the mental capacity to understand that. Not everyone has the mental capacity to understand how the world's on fire constantly. And it's not, and especially 14-year-old kids.
Yeah,
they're
okay,
not going to understand that.
But
and the teachers don't understand it either. You got to remind yourself, these teachers don't know anything about these political problems.
yeah, because guess what?
They're just recruiting people.
No, see, what's it? Teachers are in their own mini microcosm.
They are.
They're in their own little echo chamber of
They are
of
all
their
the
own people.
time. I
Literally,
see it all the time.
majority of the time, teachers only talk. Teachers are friends with their coworkers.
Yeah, exactly.
They hang out with each other after school. They do all types of stuff with each other after school. They're constantly around each other 24/7.
Yeah.
So it's they're gonna have their own. All of them are gonna have relatively the same opinion about shit. Here's the problem. It's they turn around and put that opinion on you, but they try to do it in the most subtle way possible. Because here's what they say beforehand: I don't want to show my political views or anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I'm like, hold on, but then you turn around
and they have an Obama mug.
Yeah.
Which I like Obama, but you're not supposed to have that at school, you know?
How can you say that when you turn around and do that? It's you're being hypocritical.
But if someone showed up having a Trump mug to school, it's well, I get it, but you're not supposed to have that here because you're supposed to be politically unbiased in the school system. But the teachers.
But it's mind you, the school one's run by Democrats. But anyway.
The Democrats.
No. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying that. Listen, hey.
I know. I'm joking.
The Democrats in power right now are not. No.
They're not like the original Democrats. They're or were
the original Democrats wanted slavery.
Oh no, I mean the ones before. The ones before.
What do you mean?
No.
The original Democrats wanted slavery.
What you mean? The ones before they started bribing kids with free college. The ones before the Obama era Democrats. Which were the good Democrats? When were they okay?
Never.
When were they okay? So
because guess what? There was even back then, even in the 50s, there was one Democrat that was literally he said this. He quoted this. I'm not gonna say it because I might get kicked off of Twitch. Yeah. But I'm gonna just review what he said. So basically, he's I'm gonna have these N-words voting for us for the next 100 years.
Oh God, no.
Yeah.
I hate when they do that.
Yeah. He's I'm gonna have these N-words voting for us for the next 100 years.
That's what they do, though. They think that because you're of your skin color, you need to vote for them. I'm no, people can vote for whoever they want.
No, but that's the thing, though.
Yeah.
So majority of the black community vote Democrat.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now, by the way, those same people don't know the history behind Democrats.
Yeah.
Democrats wanted slavery.
Yeah.
Democrats wanted a whole bunch of shit that was against the black community.
Yeah.
But we've been brainwashed by the Democrats because of welfare, the New Deal, all this other shit because the Democrats just give money away. But it's they don't give either one, they don't give enough, or two, they don't care enough. So it's we keep hearing the same story over and over and over again. Oh, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna change that. This is not gonna happen anymore.
Yeah.
Da 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 da. You check him off.
Yeah.
You say, oh, I'm gonna vote for this dude. He gets in office.
Yeah, that's what gets me worried.
Absolutely does the complete opposite of what the fuck he was gonna tell you. He would say he's gonna do.
Yeah.
Or he doesn't do shit. So it's
So what do you think of Republicans then? Are they worse, better? The same?
They were part of the same. I mean, honestly, the Republicans, they were. How am I supposed to put this? They're more on the conservative side.
Yes.
They just want things to stay the same.
Yes.
They don't want. I mean, the part about the Democrats is they want to be progressive. They want things to change, but at the same time, The Republicans, they just want things to stay the same, stay calm, hold on, relax, but also have your freedom. They care about freedom more than they care about diplomacy.
Okay.
Democrats care more about diplomacy than freedom. So it's like, you got to balance that out.
You do need a balance between both sides. I agree. I agree that like people need to just be more in the middle.
Yeah.
I think I agree with that.
But it's like, it's kind of hard because we got these politicians that can tweet now. We got these people that can tweet now.
Can we get rid of Twitter, please?
Yeah.
Just get rid. It's not even a good platform for discussion. Like people just berate each other on Twitter.
Oh, they scream at each other.
They do.
Scream.
It's ridiculous. I'm
they
like,
scream the fuck out of each other.
Stop.
You get canceled for breathing wrong.
I know. I don't understand. Like, just
they might cancel me right now.
They can cancel you. Like that's why I get worried about talking about politics on this. Like, I really don't want my
listen,
brand.
you can try.
Okay.
I'll be back.
Keon cannot stop the political.
I'm not. I listen. I'll try to avoid it as much as possible. But the fact is, here's the thing though. Here's the thing about it is, it's like it's so dumb.
Yeah.
How we have it, we're running it. It's just a dumb way we're running it. We're just running it in a dumb way. For example, why the fuck do we have 2 parties? How come we don't have 5? We should have 5 parties.
We should have 5. Let's have Keon as a new party. We're gonna start
a new party. KJ
Savage political party. What do we stand for, Keon? Free pot? What? Okay. Okay. No, because you like it.
Okay, we can include that, but it's like that's not the reason.
Okay, how about like no, I know, I'm just a joke. Okay, what do we really stand for? What do we stand for?
Like being was it? We're neutral. We're
neutral.
We're the
we
neutral
have.
people. We're the one that takes.
Yeah.
We take. Was it like if I had a party, it would be a neutral party.
Yes.
It would be a party that takes ideas from both.
Yes.
And finds a way to finds a way to a symphony to combine the two into like a good balance.
Centrist, yeah.
A balance.
Yeah, we'll be.
America,
Yeah, we will we're a centrist, neutralist party, and we made out of several different opinions, and we are trying to use facts and logic to solve the problems of America. Is that good?
Facts and logic. Yeah, that's the thing. But it's like you also gotta have everybody has a chance. Everybody needs a chance to speak. Everybody needs.
Exactly.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a little table.
Like if we're gonna be a democracy, will you be an actual democracy where you have to vote? Here's the problem though. People are not gonna want to do it because they're not gonna want to vote on every fucking law.
That's true.
But it's like the only way to make it better than it is to do that. You're gonna have to vote. We're gonna have to let people vote. You should let the public vote, but at the same time, you should let the public vote because
there are a lot of
idiots out there. There's a lot of idiots out there. So you gotta have to be careful.
Like people were making a joke on I think on YouTube how like TikTokers are getting all the votes. And then like during COVID, like everyone's
a cesspool of dumb ideas and
oh my God.
A whole bunch of other shit.
So I was making this
But I don't get me wrong. There's some good stuff on TikTok.
There's some good stuff,
but
like
it gets majority of TikTok is like challenges. It's freaking weird. There'll be weird ass challenges. There'll be like a whole bunch of weird shit going on. There'll be all these memes, which is crazy.
I'm not joking. Okay, listen. I made so there's Instagram rules now, right? So I started a new Instagram account for my it's private, so you can't see it right now, but you'll be when it's done. So I had a new Instagram account, fresh off the racket, and I was uploading my art to it. So I scrolled through like the Instagram reels, and all of it was like these kids in these like crop tops and stuff. They were like young kids too, and they're all doing like these stupid TikTok dances for like 10 minutes straight. I'm like, what the hell is this? Why are there all these like little kids, like doing all this stupid TikTok dances? It's just so dumb.
But here's the thing though. It's like, bro, like honestly, this day and age, it's hard to have a daughter in this day and age.
Oh my God.
Because like there's so many fucking challenges. There's so many.
There's
so many things trying to feed that. Like, listen, don't get me wrong. Listen, tell me this or not. Tell me. Media. Listen, media caters to the female public.
They do.
Am I right?
Yes, most media does.
And media caters to males too. But here's the thing, though. The media pushes on females, be independent, get that degree, get a job. Don't was it? I mean, don't get me wrong; those are good things.
Yeah, those are good.
Those are very good things.
Yes.
But you're not telling them how to treat a man. You're not telling them how to treat others respectfully. You don't know. You're not telling them, oh, there's modes to this. You can't be boss lady all the fucking time. There has to be a time for you to calm down and be, you gotta be listening. You gotta be understanding. You can't be boss lady 24/7.
Yeah, I totally get that. Yeah.
The media wants to push boss lady 24/7. You gotta be a boss. You gotta be a savage.
It's unrealistic though, because not everyone's gonna end up being the boss lady. I'm sorry, it's just unrealistic.
No, unrealistic as hell.
The boss ladies are usually really hardcore. They're like extremely they're above all of us. Like you can't.
No one's above. No one's above us.
No one's above. No,
no
not
one's above
above us. Sorry, I didn't mean that. I meant like their personality to be like a woman who like strives out her company and career. That is like that. You have to be hardcore aggressive, high levels of conscientiousness.
But you also
have to know what you want.
Yeah, you also have to know. You also have to have like a switch.
Same with guys too.
Yeah, you also have to have a switch. You can't be boss lady 24/7. You just can't.
Yeah, it's very. I know in BoJack Horseman they were discussing this. How Princess Caroline, she was trying to take her kid out.
Mm-hmm.
She's trying to be like everything at once, and she goes to this like feminist magazine, and she's like, oh, I'm writing a movie about this guy doing something, and they're like, oh, why is it a guy? Why isn't it a woman? And you can see all the other women like being mean to her and how she doesn't have her life together and stuff. It's like when honestly their kids are all on their phones ignoring them 24/7, and Princess Caroline looks like a mess because she's trying to be the boss lady. So I thought that was an interesting commentary on that. Not like it's bad to achieve being the boss lady.
I'm not saying it's a horrible thing, but media doesn't tell you, be respectful, be understanding, don't be a freaking, don't be a bitch, basically.
Yeah.
Just don't be out here thinking that you own shit when you really don't. Don't be out here thinking that you are the shit when you are not.
I'm very worried about like Netflix series that.
I mean, that's different. But see, here's the thing.
No, but
I know that. I know.
Here's the thing about those shows is that all the women in those are extremely toxic. All those main characters like Emily in Paris. I think Sarah Burgess's Tall Girl, they're all extremely toxic girls, and for some reason, those shows get greenlit for like second seasons and stuff.
Yeah.
It's never like Julie and the Phantoms, which is amazing by the way. We're second season of Julie and the goddamn Phantoms. I want to see it. Hello, but no, they greenlit all these like other awful episodes about like toxic relationships or like the kissing booth where like this young girl is in a toxic relationship with a guy but she's trying to be but they're making her look all cool and stuff, and I'm like, no, that's so unrealistic. Why are you putting out this garbage, Netflix? What is happening? But
but see, that's what I said. Media caters to the female audience
because they buy more stuff.
Yeah, and not to
mention, why girls buy more stuff than guys? That's something I noticed and I have a hard time with.
I don't know. I can speak on the fact that I'm a dude. I think it's because us dudes were like more utilitarian when it comes to shit. Like when it comes to clothing, I mean, we want to look nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, okay, well, all right. If we're talking about in general, we want to look nice. But if we're talking about the black community, it's different. Us men in the black community, we want to look flashy as fuck. We want the Jordans. We want the Red Robin jeans. We want the Gucci flip flops. We want the Gucci jacket. We want the Gucci shoes. We want the Prada. We want the Prada bag.
Want the Supreme.
No. We want the Prada fucking.
You want the Prada.
No.
You want to look nice.
We want the freaking Givenchy fucking shirt. We want all that shit.
You do.
But his thing though, we broke his shit. So it's like, we want to look cool and look flashy because we think it raises our self-esteem, but it doesn't. It doesn't raise anything. We just think, if we have other shit, people are gonna value us more. Like especially like back then. But here's the thing though, we also have the crab in the bucket mentality over in the black community, where like if one dude is doing better than you, you're gonna do everything in your fucking power to pull him back to your level, so that way
that's awful.
Yeah, that way no one succeeds unless you succeed.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's horrible.
You should be happy if your friend succeeds.
Yeah, but like. Some people, there's just some people out there that just don't want that to happen. They want themselves to succeed. But if they're not succeeding and the other friend is...
You all should succeed.
Yeah, everybody should succeed, but it's like, they get jealous. They get jealous real quick. Like, if they see, in the black community, if they see, say for instance, if a person, right, like, say for instance, a black male sees another black male, like, with a nice-ass car. Like, say for instance, like, one black male. Okay, so black male A, right, is
Mhm.
driving like a Honda Civic, like a
Yeah.
19s, like a 2005 Honda Civic,
Mhm.
and then what pulls up next to him is a black dude B.
Mhm.
He has a Maserati.
Oh.
Black dude A is gonna either one get pissed and be mad at the fact that he doesn't have that himself. Two, he's gonna which result in him stealing the rims out the car,
God.
or robbing the dude that is in that car.
That's so. I get it, but like that's awful. Like,
So it's
come
like-
on. Be happy
Two,
with friends.
the man's gonna die for having the Maserati because like I'm pissed. I don't want you to have it. I'm gonna shoot you because you have it.
Oh my God.
Or three, they just gonna continue on with their normal day and be a normal person.
I can't. That's so mean. Like I feel like if something good happened to my friends, I don't know. It's just so.
It's just weird. And I'm not saying every
Yeah.
black person does this. It's just that there's just
Yeah.
that crab in a bucket mentality because of
It's not all black.
there's a
people.
lot of-
Keon would never do that.
there's a
Keon-
lot of factors involved. There's you could lots of black people like to blame the white man. I mean, don't get me wrong.
I mean, a lot of stuff.
There's a
in
lot
history.
more. There's a lot more than that. But there are a good percentage. Yeah, you can blame that. But
Yeah.
there's also another percentage that blames it on us because one, we allowed this to happen. You know, in a way. I'm not saying we allowed it to happen like, oh, we didn't do nothing about it. It's just that the way we think, the way we fight back, the way we like try to protest is not the way you should be. The way you're gonna change shit.
Mhm.
Like when every time, like for example, like remember, like the George Floyd thing, and the you know, like the Breonna Taylor thing. You know how we all basically the black community just got in an outrage and burned every fucking thing that they had. And
I
this,
understand
that.
why they were angry.
Listen.
but- Yeah.
That's not how you're supposed to. That's not how you're supposed
Yeah.
to change shit. Burning your own house down is not going to change the fact that we have systematic racism in this country. It's not going to change that fact. You know, like burning a business is not going to change anything. It's just going to be like, oh, you just caused damage. You just caused collateral. You just caused damage.
Yeah, I agree.
You just caused them to waste money. Wow,
I
big
remember
deal.
Martin Luther King. He would have have these protests
Mhm.
where people would walk in silence, or was that like a different protest?
It wasn't. I think it was. I think.
They would go into shops and they just sit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it the bars? Yeah,
Yeah.
they get into like the white
And
bar
those
and
were-
just sit.
Wicked effective.
Yeah.
Felt like.
I mean, yeah, because like here's what happens though.
Mhm.
Like here's what would happen to like the first time they did it.
Yeah.
Literally, one of them got coffee thrown in their face, hot
Aw.
coffee. I'm talking about like straight out the pot
That's awful.
coffee. They threw it at the dude.
Mhm.
They threw it at the dude. They threw chairs at him because back then I don't know what it was back then, but back then
I
like
don't know why.
people were just racist as
I
shit.
don't know why. It's
But
so
it's like-
bizarre.
It's like.
It's
And
so
not to mention,
weird.
here's the thing though, it's so funny because back then people were saying, "Oh, it's 19 something something." When
Yeah.
like anything racist happened, they're like, "Oh, come on, dude, it's 19." Like for instance, it's like
Yeah.
1956. They're like, "Dude, it's 1956. Why are we still acting like this?" And guess what? 70 years later, we're still saying the same shit.
Oh my
We're
god.
just saying the same thing. Yo, it's 2021. Why are you racist right now? Type
I
shit.
don't, there's just stupid. Okay, you can't really. I feel like there's just some people, and like you have all these meetings and stuff, but no matter what you're gonna do, you can't change their minds because they just don't have that like way of. I don't know why they just don't. It's just some people you can't. Unless if you're that guy who like interviews Ku Klux people, and then he actually like there's this guy.
Yeah, I know that. I know what you're talking about. I
Yeah,
know.
he's so cool. He actually has conversations.
Yeah, he has
with people
conversations with them and he
changes
converts
them.
them. He eventually
It's
converts.
amazing. It's amazing.
Eventually, he converts them.
Why wasn't he on People Magazine? Why wasn't he never on People?
Because some people don't. Media doesn't care.
The media just wants.
Listen, all media wants is like they just want. They want drama. They want drama. Because you want to know why they want drama? Because people want drama. America, listen, I don't know what it is in America, but in American culture, our priorities are completely fucked. Like we care more about what Britney Spears does more than listen, more than the poor community that's been suffering for 100 years.
I don't. Yeah.
We care more about a celebrity that we have no control over. We have
Her
no
dad's
listen.
sort of an
Not to mention. We give them money, okay?
I don't know
It's
why.
like we give these celebrities money
It's so
and care more
dumb.
about them than caring about the poor community that's been poor for 100 years.
I
The
don't
community
get
that's
it.
been crime ridden. No one cares
Yeah.
about that.
It's
Oh,
so
or the amount of car
bizarre.
crashes that happen every year. No one cares about that because
Yeah.
because guess what? It's just they just accepted it as part of life.
Yeah, why are
But
there
it's
car
like-
crashes?
Like if we cared more about the broken communities and car crashes,
Yeah.
we wouldn't be it'd be a much better place to live, honestly.
Yeah.
But we care more about what the celebrity does than
Yeah.
our own freaking problems.
It's so like, did you know like Cats? Like the movie Cats. So like how Hollywood they have all this freaking money.
Don't mess with cats.
Yeah, no, like the Cats musical, right?
Oh,
And they had like enough money to build half of a rocket ship, and they just wasted it on this stupid CGI movie. I'm like, what if you guys actually like gave it to people who needed that money? Like all these celebrities are talking about how they always want to help people, but they never actually do it.
I mean, but you gotta understand, like most celebrities are puppets.
Oh yeah, they totally are. Like
Puppets,
poor
like,
Britney,
they-
poor her.
Like they're
feel awful for
puppets.
her, yeah.
They're puppets to whoever they signed to,
Yeah.
or to whoever controls them, whoever their
Oh
manager
yeah, I'm talking
is.
about like the directors
Like-
though and stuff.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
saying like the people behind the scenes that control their life get to tell them what they can and
Yeah.
cannot say. Like
Yeah.
they're like, hey, I give you money, you get paid by me, so I get to tell you what you can and cannot say in front of live television. Okay,
Oh my god.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, though, lots of celebrities can't really there's a lot of celebrities out there that would just take the money and just shut up.
Yeah.
The people that don't shut up, the people that don't take the money and just shut up, they get silenced.
They get.
Like I might get silenced. I might get silenced. Who gives a? I mean, if I listen, you better.
Okay,
better
don't,
make sure
okay.
you listen.
I just want to make it clear.
if I go
none
missing,
of my
you better start looking.
political
Okay, I'm
opinions
just saying.
are associated with
Listen.
Yeah.
If I go missing, you better start looking, please.
I'll avenge you, can. Don't worry. Me and Vanessa we'll go in the woods and we'll go beat up the people who killed you. Don't worry. I won't. I'll beat him up. You don't believe me. You taught me how to box. You taught me how to box last week, guys.
You need to work on your technique, though. You need to work on your technique.
I can beat up people.
You need to work on your technique.
Okay.
You need to work on your technique.
I think I need a
You need to work on
punching
your
bag.
technique.
I need
Everybody
a
needs to work on their technique. There's
boxing
always
outfit.
technique that you need to work on your technique.
There.
Okay, and also not to mention there's so much in boxing that you don't know about. There's a lot to go through. Like me teaching you boxing is like me teaching you kung fu. It's gonna be a long time.
Okay.
You're not
Well,
gonna
we're
listen.
gonna have.
No one's a
we
master.
should have a gym episode where
Listen.
we go to a gym and you teach me how to box.
No, there's no such thing as a master of kung fu, right?
Yeah.
There's a master of style. There's no such thing as a master of kung fu. You wanna know why?
Because-
Because kung fu's too fucking big. No one can master all of kung fu.
Like
Just
even
like no one can
anime
master all.
characters, Goku could master it.
He doesn't know all the styles.
He doesn't. He can just punch people.
Dude, you also realize that like eventually you just start developing your own style after a certain point in
Yeah.
time. Like literally, like after maybe about 5-6 years, you start developing your own style.
I
You don't
need
even
to
you don't even
develop
copy
my
the same style. You don't even copy the same style as that you've been taught. You just take what you taught and then you add your own spin to it.
Yeah.
Usually,
That's
what
true.
happens.
That's usually what happens in art too. Yeah.
Yeah, like you basically after learning about it for so much, you basically just add your own stuff to it
Yeah,
afterwards.
a lot of people.
You get to bend the rules because you know how the rules operate. That's basically how it works.
Yeah, it's Yeah, there's a lot of styles. Like anime. Oh my! Wait. Speaking of anime, guess what's coming back, guys? Guess what's back?
What is that?
Zombieland Saga.
All right.
You know, Zombieland Saga's back, guys, and I'm psyched because we have the girls back, and it is gonna be great. The first episode was epic. It was a little confusing why the manager was depressed, but I think they're gonna get into that soon because I'm like, wasn't he like the ecstatic one who wouldn't give up in anything? But then he was talking about something to the bartender. I'm like, oh, he probably has like a deadline, or he has to like do everything, or else the zombie girls are gonna go back to being dead. So maybe that's what he was freaking out about.
Mm.
But anyways, have you seen Zombieland Saga? Yeah.
No.
You must watch the White.
You still haven't watched Dodo. You still haven't watched.
Okay, well, you
You
know
still haven't
what?
watched Kengan Ashura. You still haven't watched that.
Well, have you watched Wolverine? I don't think you
No,
have.
I haven't. So exactly.
you
So we have
watched
things to catch up on.
All
You
the
haven't watched.
stuff I like.
have
Oh my god.
you watched Assassination Classroom?
I have.
Okay then. All right. Have you watched? Have you watched what's that? What's that be called? Have you watched God of High School?
Yes.
You
You
watched-
showed me it.
Yeah, I
You
showed
showed me it. I got addicted to it after the first episode because it was amazing. I'm like, the comedy in the first episode was so perfectly timed. I'm like, I love how that was such an entertaining anime. It really was, and it's from Korea too. So Korea's trying to get into it.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta complain about Korean webtoons though. Listen, Korea, you have a lot of good stuff, but you guys gotta check your webtoon quality. I see these awful webtoons. Okay, it's like some historical drama, guy and girl on the cover. And it's just like the same exact thing over and over again. And they have good webtoons out there. There was like Home Sweet Home Bastard, like a butterfly about the old guy learning ballet. There's a good ones, but you put in the ones that are crap. And I'm like, get this out of here. Oh my god. They can't even like render the backgrounds properly in some of them. Okay, so this is what they do in webtoons. They have like the pretty anime characters, but then for the background, they just take a CGI background and they copy paste it into it, and it looks awful. It looks so bad. And I'm like, what are they doing? Like, they're just coming out. They're just pumping out all these like awful rom-com dramas. It's like, what was that? Like that beauty
I mean,
one?
well, a lot of people.
I know, but you never see that with manga in Japan. Like manga in Japan, even like the most like mediocre ones still have like a quality to it. You know what I mean? They're still like a bar. You know, but like with webtoons, it's just
I mean,
like they come out with so much crap.
Isn't
and they're taking
webtoons like an
over.
independent though? Like, can't you make your own webtoon as well over there?
Yeah, but they definitely have like companies or something pumping this stuff out.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the webtoons is like independent artists who are trying to draw up. If you try to make it.
I don't understand because you have like good webtoons, but then like it's like Netflix. Like with all the good, you get 10 bad ones with it, and I'm just trying to figure out how
That's
all
the
this
balance.
stuff is getting publishing. It's just
Well, because people have different tastes, Julie.
I know. But no, it was not even good stuff though. It's like
Yeah, it's not good.
mediocre shonen manga.
Yeah, but
mediocre this. I'm like,
yeah, but it's like remember you told me this example before.
Yeah.
What you think is good is your sister and mom don't think is good, and what your mom and sister think is good, you don't think is good.
Okay, you know what, Keon?
So it's like people have their own different taste. Okay,
they have their own taste, but doesn't mean their tastes are good. Okay?
Yeah, I know
my tastes are better than everyone.
Okay, relax. No, because there's some taste I'm like, Julie, you need to calm down.
Listen. Like, I just don't understand it. I also do not understand why isekai dramas are still a thing in 2021. Okay, listen. This is what happened with isekai. First, it was No Game No Life, Hataraku, no Maho, no, right, like Devil's a Part-Timer, I was trying to remember the name, and No Game No Life. Those were, and Yojo no Senki, those were all great animes.
Mm-hmm.
And that were all about different characters exploring different worlds, different places, and they all had their own style to them. And they all were cool. You know, that was sort of like the beginning of the isekai drama. Then, for some reason, you have all of these like JRPG games with the same copy and paste medieval Dungeons and Dragon world. And I'm like, oh my god, you guys are in another world. Can you stop imagining Dungeons and Dragons and harems all the time? Like, the isekai drama should be about exploring different worlds and different ideas. But instead, it's just about being a night guy has a smartphone. And then he seduces everybody. And I'm like, oh my god, this is too cliche for everything. Like, none of this stuff can do well either. It's just, I don't even know what mangas are based off of. They must be based off of JRPGs. But they're just all awful. And I'm like, why? I'm like, they're all the same world too. It's not like they're like different worlds. It's all the same thing. I could take one character, put them in another thing, and it would look like the same. Like when you're in Overlord, you know you're in Overlord. You know, Overlord's another isekai, but that was good. It actually probably preludes everything. But you're in Overlord.
Tower of God then?
Tower of God is good. Because that came out way before this too. I read the manhwa, I think, in middle school. And that came out way before this. But that has, when you know you're in Tower of God. Let's just say I magically get transported to Tower of God. I'd be like, oh, I'm in Tower of God. I know what world I am.
Oh, I'm in Attack on Titan.
yeah, or Attack on Titan. I know I'm in Attack on Titan.
I'm in Naruto. I know exactly.
Naruto.
You would know the first step you took as soon as you I'm in Naruto.
But like now with today's modern isekai manga, it's like you're all the same world. It's just cute medieval dresses and guys who don't look like who look like the same copy and paste character. I'm like, what is this? Why are you doing this? Like, can we move on from this? Sorry, that's my anime.
Anime rant.
But I'm so happy Zombieland South is coming. I'm also happy Eternity for You. What is it? It's the Eternity one from the same person who did like Voice, The Shape of Your Voice. I don't know. I'm not good with titles anymore. But anyways, I'm getting very annoyed at anime pumping out all these stupid isekai shit. It's like, okay, stop it. Stop it. It's not working. No one wants this anymore. It's not even doing anything new for the genre. There is this one good isekai thing though, where it's about this. I'm reading a manga right now about it. I forget the name, but it's like this. A yakuza, he gets transported into a body of a princess. He dies and he gets transported into a body
where's
of a
there?
princess.
You said there's an audience going or something.
Yeah, where's my freaking audience? I posted this on Instagram. Where's the chat? Oh my god, I posted this on Instagram. How did no one? I sent it to people.
Yeah, you can live stream on your Twitch. On your Instagram. Like, hey, go here, guys. Or,
Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, we should live stream on Instagram. Honestly, I have way more followers on Instagram.
I mean, you can't really live stream on Instagram because like we won't be able to have the same setup. It would just be our phones.
It would be like us looking into our phones, like, "Hey guys,
Yeah, exactly.
please come here. Where is everybody? They're supposed to be here." I sent it to Jack. I sent it, put it on my Instagram. I mean, I get the UK people because now it's like way too late. We did it way later.
What is it? It's like 3 over. What is it? Like? It's at 3 o'clock over there.
Yeah, but
like
it's so. I feel I'm like everyone was all like excited this week. They were telling me at work, "Oh, we saw your podcast." I'm like, "Oh, sweet, people saw our podcast." We should
Yeah, on YouTube.
Maybe it's because it's a Wednesday night.
That's on YouTube, honestly. I post on YouTube. So yeah.
I bet they watch it on YouTube.
Yeah,
I bet that's what it is.
I bet you because like Twitch is like not really. Twitch is popular, but like not many people like go on Twitch.
Yeah.
Like more people go on YouTube than they go on Twitch by a long shot. Unfortunately.
Yeah, and Twitch is
Shouts out to Twitch. Twitch is pretty good. I'm not saying you guys are terrible. I'm just saying that. There's just YouTube got you beat right now. Unfortunately,
YouTube was way ahead of the game. I don't think anyone ever thought YouTube would get as big as it is today.
I mean, there's some problems with YouTube. Like for example,
definitely.
there's the whole demonetization thing.
Oh God, no.
That thing is so stupid. Like if you say the wrong thing that they don't agree with, you basically get demonetized.
It's so stupid. It should be like what is it? It shouldn't be a private platform. It should be like a public. Something.
Well, it's not public; it's private. So it's like if there were a public platform, I think that platform would be worse than Twitter. Honestly,
did you hear
that would be worse than Twitter.
About the My Pillow guy?
What happened?
He set up a freedom of speech app that's different from Twitter called Frank, and you can say anything you want on it as long as you're not being mean to Jesus or something. And when people try to download it on their first day, it's shut down. Yeah. My Pillow guy. Watch Illuminati on My Pillow guy. He is an interesting character. He's very, very interesting. He is like when you watch his commercials, you start noticing that the actors look extremely uncomfortable around him, and it's like,
you wonder why.
You're like, huh? Wonder why.
It's like, yeah, that's how they are.
They're crazy.
Crazy people.
Yeah, that's why we're gonna start our own podcast, so we don't have to work for this.
Yeah, we start our own stuff. Oh yeah, also, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, You still haven't told me about the T-shirt thing. You still haven't gotten back to me on that.
Hey, Keon, I'm very stressed out with my life right now. I have homework. I have stuff.
Well, guess what? People work better under pressure, so. Most people. Okay.
I have to write an annotated bibliography. I don't even know what that is. Like, what is that?
A bibliography? I'm pretty sure that's a.
Like, she wants us. Okay, so my psych teacher, right? She's all like, I don't want you guys to have stress for finals, so we're not doing the test. I'm like, oh, thank God. The first she sends out this email saying she wants us to do a 5-paragraph essay. I'm like, okay, fair enough. I'm like, stressful, but manageable. But then she's like, I want you to do a 5-paragraph essay and an annotated bibliography and a PowerPoint presentation. And I want you to make the PowerPoint presentation fun. I don't want you to make it boring. I want you to make it fun. And I'm like,
what?
How is this not as stressful as a test?
Listen, what if you don't have a creative bone in your body?
What if you're a psych major? She's looking at an illustration major. But what if you're a psych major and your job is not to be creative?
Yeah, like, bro, like, how are you supposed to make it fun? What do you mean? Make it hot pink? Put stars and
Like, she
and
wants
dots?
us to make people do interactions with it in class, and I'm like, we're on Zoom. We can't do that. Use your brain for, I don't know, whatever.
Oh no!
But
Well, I
like,
mean,
she's
'cause-
like, oh, we don't want to make it anxiety. I'm like, so you give us like 3 different things to do now instead of just studying for one test. Which, I mean, I'm sort of
I'm
grateful
like-
for. I'd rather take the essay, but like, not
also,
for everything else.
speaking of standardized tests,
Yeah.
the guy who created them said that was the worst idea he ever made it
Yeah.
in his life.
Yeah.
Him personally said this is the worst idea I ever made in my life.
He's like, it was made for the military or something. Too.
Yeah.
It wasn't made for the general population. And the act in these SATs, they make money off of us. It's so
the
ridiculous.
standardized test. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a monopoly, basically. And they don't have any competition. So they're all like chilling out and they're freaking like.
Yeah, but it's like, no, it's so stupid because first of all, standardized tests are the worst way to tell if somebody learned something.
Yeah.
Absolute worst way.
It's
because
more for the schools, honestly.
No, I know it's more for the schools, but here's the thing though. You can't go off of somebody learning off something based on what they scored on the test.
Yeah.
Because I'm telling you right now, there's been countless times I've talked myself out of the right answer because it was a test.
Yeah.
Rather than an actual, because it was a standardized test.
Yeah.
Rather than, reciting the answers or giving you an answer that I think is giving you my understanding behind it. A standardized test does not tell you how this person understands it. All it tells you is, oh, he retained information. Oh, he retained information from this day to this day. Okay, because let's be honest here. No one fucking studies. No one studies.
No one does
Nobody
unless you're in Japan.
Not even. No one studies. You say you study, but here's what studying is. Looking at your freaking study guide for 30 minutes and then you studied.
Yeah.
That's studying to us.
Yeah, that's like, we don't even study anymore, honestly. It's
like, bro, we don't even study for this stuff because we know how to work a test. Literally, like, the standardized test is so standard that even, like, a regular person can figure out the patterns. Now, I don't talk myself out of the wrong answer, but there's a pattern. Usually, listen, I'm telling you right now, usually D is incorrect.
Really?
Yes, usually. 9 times out of 10, D is not correct.
Keon, can you teach me how to cheat on all my tests?
I can't teach you how to cheat, but there's a method. Like, usually B and C are usually the right answers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. A is like, not really the answer, but kind of the answer. Oh, okay. So, it's like, so here's how it is. There's A, which is wrong answer.
Uh-huh.
B, kind of the answer, but not really the answer. C, same thing. D, completely dodged the question.
Okay.
That's usually how they format those tests.
This is good for you kids out there.
But that's not always the case though. That's not always the case. Sometimes D is the right answer, but it's like 9 times out of 10, D is never the right answer.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah, I never seen the point, especially because like I remember when they first started the PARCC tests, they would just have us sit in a room for 8 hours doing nothing. But the teachers were trying to figure out how to do the computers, and it was just an honest to God waste of time. It's such a waste of time because what the teachers do is that they're sweating because they want the kids to pass the test so that they don't look bad.
Yeah, but it's like it's a vicious cycle.
It is.
Listen, teachers are underpaid.
That's true.
Overworked.
That's true.
And that leaks down to the students.
That's true.
You want to know why? Because guess what? Some teachers think they're getting back at their job by giving students more work.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I had
Like,
this math
they're
teacher,
like,
and he
ha.
just like give us billions of tests.
It's like this. It's like, ha! You look at you. Now you got to do my work. It's like that.
You will have to correct their stuff, though. That's
my argument. I'm like, hold on. Why would you give us extra work? You know you have to grade this shit, right?
I would never make my kids.
I'm like, if I was a teacher, you wouldn't get a lick of homework. You would never get homework.
Me too.
Never.
Me too. I'd be like, your only homework is to draw in your drawing journal.
Not even that. I'll be like, your only homework is to not forget what I taught you today.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Like if I was an art teacher, I'd be like, okay, this is your only homework. You're just gonna have this journal, and I want you to draw something in it every day. It doesn't have to be like a painting. It can just be like a squiggly line. You can draw. Every page can have a squiggly line in it for all I care. But like I feel like that would be like a good activity instead of like making kids
Yeah, take
yeah.
stupid ass tests.
Yeah.
Remember it. Listen, and not to mention, everybody's different when it comes to memory. Listen.
Yeah.
You really think someone's gonna remember? Listen. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
You really think someone's gonna remember the 14th, 16th, 15th, 10th, Second Amendment?
Oh my God!
And
no,
literally,
they're
you're
not.
telling. Listen, you're telling me that while we're doing all this extra work, right? We got because listen.
Yeah.
Usually in school, you got math, science, English,
Yeah.
and what? What else?
Yeah.
Math, science, English, and what's the last one again? Oh, history.
Yeah.
You usually have those 4 things, right?
Yeah.
How am I supposed to recite all? What? How many amendments? How am I supposed to recite all the amendments while I got math homework, while I got English homework, while I got freaking
Yeah, you don't
science
have
homework
enough
to do?
time.
Not to mention, I got to study for tests for all these classes.
Yeah, exactly.
So how you expect me to remember all the amendments when I gotta remember how to freaking how to make water using oxygen and hydrogen?
Yeah.
How am I gonna remember all the amendments when I have to remember what the fuck Shakespeare said in this fucking paragraph?
Shit about Shakespeare. I'm sorry. He's
You know, like,
okay, but
like-
he's not. I'm not gonna die for Shakespeare.
Also, I think honestly, people think I think Shakespeare stole a lot of his shit. To be honest,
I wouldn't be surprised.
I think he stole a lot of it. I think a lot of his shit is stolen, but it's like it's fine.
I mean, people would debate if he was even real or not.
Yeah.
So it's I don't know. It's just like I know there's this manga about like these 7 men who find like a Chinese girl and then she actually ends up becoming Shakespeare and it's a whole thing. But I don't know. It was a really weird manga I just stumbled upon. And they're like, oh, this is interesting, and the girl can see the future. So everyone kicked her out of the village in England, and then everyone was being mean to her because she was Chinese and she was like in England in like the 1400s or something, and it was a whole thing. It was it was like the 7 Shakespeares or something.
Yeah,
like that.
I mean, you know,
weird.
here's the thing though. It's like why race was made
Yeah,
400 years ago.
it was.
No, 600 years ago.
Mhm.
On some, but why?
Why?
But why?
Why? Because
Why
I feel like it was like at beginning they were trying to understand why people were different, and then they just went overboard and were like, "Oh, white people are better," and I'm like, "No, that's not true. We're all the same." And then they got so carried away with it
Yeah,
that
and,
it's
and,
like
and,
still
yeah.
alive today. And I'm like, guys,
And it doesn't help
Yeah,
that
it
like
doesn't
it's also a vicious cycle of repeating jokes and you know like us enabling it and all this other shit. Like honestly,
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
racism is not gonna really die anytime soon. It's not gonna. But what you could do is mitigate it. You can
It is.
mitigate it.
You can just do
You
it.
can tell. You can listen. You
Yeah.
listen. You go, literally. People will have their own
Okay.
opinion, no matter if they're in their own house.
Mhm.
But when
Yeah.
you're not in your own realm and you're in the public, you should
Yeah.
not be expressing your thoughts or your ideas that are negative on other people.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly.
care who you is. Don't be doing it.
They do this
If
on
it's
my
not,
house.
no, listen. It's
Yeah.
like it's if okay. You can be mean, but here's the thing though.
Yeah.
Don't be blatant. You don't need to be blatant about it. You don't need to be a blunt person. Just like fuck
You're
you.
forgetting that there are people in this world with no brain cells.
Yeah, I mean, half of it is to do with ringworm, but I mean, no,
Ringworm?
not ringworm. Fucking what's that shit called? Hookworm. Yeah.
We gotta talk about hookworm. What is this hookworm?
Is it called hookworm? I forget what it's called.
What's hookworm?
I forget what it's called, but like in down south, they wouldn't
Yeah.
wear. So down south, right?
Yeah.
The reason, some of the reason why people are like dumb
Yeah.
is because they got hookworm.
What?
So some of them, I would say a good portion of the Southerners weren't wearing shoes,
What?
and they're walking on wet dirt. So worms would crawl, would burrow into your feet, and get into your body and end up in your brain.
So we have a public health crisis right
No,
now.
it's not a public health crisis. This happened back then.
Okay.
Like this happened in like the
It's not today.
like in the 1800s when no one was wearing shoes like that,
Okay.
and they got hookworm. So that's why they started developing like they're developing like how you doing today. You know that accent, like
That's
the
where
Southern
that
accent.
accent came
Yeah,
from?
because of hookworm.
Oh my god. Keon, why are you teaching me all this? The education system failed me. You watch Keon talk for an hour straight, and you learn everything about the world.
No, you don't
I'm
learn
telling you.
everything about the world. You just know a good amount.
Oh my god. So the sound accent comes
Southern
from
accent is from hookworm. Yes.
God. So why
So
are
and
there...
that's why some people perceive them as dumb because of that, because hookworm made them dumb in a sense.
God.
Some of them, not all of them, but whoever caught it, yeah, you know, since it's in your brain, it's fucking your brain up. So you started talking funny and weird, you know?
That is awful.
Yeah.
Oh my god, people would just like die back.
I mean, honestly, back then you would die from a puncture wound, so it's like it doesn't.
Have you seen what happened in
Like, bro, like,
Supernatural?
I'm like, dude, literally, you can get stabbed once and you died because of infection. There was nothing they could do.
God.
There was nothing they can do to fix you.
No.
They were just like, oh, literally,
No.
what they would do is they would clean that wound off, wrap you up, and pray that you don't die. It's just pray you don't bleed out.
They would just put cocaine on it, and they'd be like, okay, can you feel it?
It's like we'll pray that you survive. We just pray you survive. You know.
Yeah. I know. It's funny because I was learning about Freud because I'm doing my paper on Freud that I haven't started yet, but I'm doing it on Freud. And what happened was that everyone's like, oh, Freud was on cocaine. He was insane. But I'm like, so then I looked into it, and this woman was talking about how back then. Okay, that's another. Let me talk first. You're gonna go on a whole thing.
Right, so.
You're gonna go. Let me do my thing first, and you do yours. So figures out back in the old days, people would just get hooked on drugs and not understand it was like addictive or something until it was too late, and then they'd use another drug. Yeah.
And
so
alcohol.
First, yeah.
And pretty much anything that is a substance that we use to escape
it was
reality.
Worse. Listen, yeah. Anyways, so they would have heroin. Right, heroin. First, they would use that in the medical field, and doctors would get addicted to it because they used themselves as test subjects back then.
Mm-hmm.
So then they'd be like, "Oh, use morphine because morphine is better than heroin because it'll get you off the heroin." So then get on morphine, and then they would experiment with that on people, and then everyone was addicted to morphine. And you could just buy this stuff in the store.
Morphine is literally I forget what it was. I think morphine's 50 times weaker than heroin is.
It's something. I mean, I
think it's like literally morphine's just a weaker version of heroin.
Okay.
That's what it is. It's literally that.
Yeah, but so anyways, and then the cocaine came out, and they're like, "Oh, get off this and go on cocaine." So Freud was using cocaine and experimenting on himself, and I think that's where he screwed up in a lot of his there was this one girl who was having problems, and he told her to get nose surgery, and back then nose surgery was like a death sentence.
Mm-hmm.
So half her face got caved in, and it was the poor girl.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, he was on cocaine when he said that, and everyone was like, "Oh, Freud was on cocaine and stuff, so that makes him unreliable." And I'm like, "Well, he was on cocaine back then. Everyone was on cocaine. like you could walk into a store and you'd be like, "Oh, cocaine."
Yeah, they just.
And here's something. Okay, this is
also. You want to know why they made it illegal?
Because it was addictive.
No.
Because drugs.
Because it was a black dude. It's because of a black dude.
It was racist.
Yeah, it was some racist shit.
It was racist.
Basically how it went down, right? So basically they had portmasters would have men, right? They would have men that worked for them.
Yeah.
Some of them were black. And here's the thing, though, they would give them cocaine to keep them up all night. They'll keep them up all night, right? So they can work. And listen, the more you work, the better. Yeah, they wanted to keep them up all night so they can work. They were working the postmaster wanted them to work, so they kept using cocaine to keep them up all night. Here's the problem with that, though. Some people can't take that, and listen. And apparently, and then here's the thing, though. But here's where the racist thing comes into play. So basically one of the workers was a black dude. He went a little crazy because he was on coke all night. So. But he was chasing a white woman, and they thought he was gonna rape her. But in reality, it wasn't even that. He was just being crazy.
Is that where the stereotype comes from?
Yeah. No, they literally thought he was chasing the white lady, but he wasn't. He was literally just was just being stupid. He was just being crazy. He was just running around. Yeah. So basically, what happens is they arrest him, charge him, do the X thing. They accuse him of raping this female, even though he didn't do anything.
Oh my god.
So then that's how they make cocaine illegal. And they made cocaine illegal after that day, but not after that day, but they basically made cocaine illegal.
They're like, okay.
It's like, okay, so if black guy is starting to do this, we should probably make it illegal because we don't want this to happen to our white women, okay? That's basically how we're going to operate. Yep, that's how we are.
Protect our fragile
and not to mention, you want to know, also, same reason why we became illegal, too. Because...
You're illegal?
No, the reason why weed was illegal for so long...
Weed? Yeah.
Because, okay, I forget who it was, but he had paper mills. This billionaire had paper mills, right?
Yeah.
And hemp was becoming the new, paper, right?
Yeah.
he didn't want to convert all of his paper mills into hemp mills to make the new paper, right?
Yeah.
So what he did is he spent millions of dollars on propaganda to make weed illegal,
Oh no.
causing all this other shit to happen. So basically, meaning he endorsed the movie Reefer Madness.
Oh, that movie!
Yeah, he
They did that movie with everyone on the piano doing this.
Yeah, but and like was
Oh
it?
my
He also
God.
endorsed the movie where he also endorsed the movie where like the white woman smoked it.
The
and
white woman can't smoke.
No, they smoked it, and then all of them, and they all basically just got butt naked and started messing with they started having sex with the people that next door or something like that.
Oh
They basically
my
became sluts. So
God.
basically, that's what the propaganda is about.
That-
So people
your
so back then people thought you were gonna go crazy smoking weed. So what happened?
my
They made it illegal
God.
because they thought you were gonna go crazy, but no one understood.
Yeah.
But the only reason why it became illegal is because that billionaire didn't want to make paper mills. He was he just didn't want. He didn't want to lose that much money. He didn't want to lose money, so he's
I
like,
don't want to lose money. I gotta make propaganda.
so I gotta make it I gotta make this illegal so I can make as much money as
I
possible.
think that's how they did prohibition on alcohol.
Yeah.
Because like people argue it was like the woman did it, but then when I was looking into it deeper, it looks like there was this guy pumping out propaganda that like immigrants and black people like alcohol.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't like
Yeah.
alcohol.
See, yeah, exactly.
And I'm like, wait, they didn't teach me this in history
no,
class.
of course they don't.
And they're like, the woman did it because women were empowering and shit. I'm like, wait,
No.
but then no way, everyone ignored the woman because they were sexist. But
see,
but like
everybody. I don't.
and
That's the thing about school.
Yeah.
That's the thing about school. The school is like it's always the women, this powerful woman doing crazy shit.
It's a little
This is
more
never the
complicated.
woman.
I was so suspicious about that in like when I went to college because I started thinking for myself. I'm like, wait a second. So telling me that people were listening to women like in the 1800s where they didn't really have any rights and stuff. But like they did do stuff and propaganda against alcohol. I'm not denying that. But the main nail in the coffin was that guy making propaganda about like Irish immigrants drinking and black people.
Yeah,
and
Mexicans
he would
drinking.
sell that
Yeah.
to the white people, to
And
like
they
the
would
watch
believe him.
class, and then obviously no one liked it because then everyone drank even more
Mhm.
after, and then the Italians actually got in charge. All the immigrants they were trying to suppress, the Italians then got all the power, which was the opposite of what they wanted. But in my opinion, it's a good thing because screw them. But anyways, I mean they were good people, but at least it got back at them. But still, like what the hell? It was just like, and then finally everyone was realizing it, and then I guess yet another wave of feminism came in, and they're like, okay, we gotta stop doing this because this isn't working. And then the women from before were like, no, we want to keep the prohibition, and then they were fighting with each other because there's a lot of infighting in feminism that they don't tell you about.
there is.
Yeah, there's a
lot.
ton of infighting because people understandable, different political opinions on this subject, but it was just like there's all this stuff until finally people just had to convince the president. He's like, dude, you have to stop it. Like, the president was so reluctant. He's like, no. I forget which one it was. But he's like, no, I don't want to do it. It was Hoover, but I'm not sure. He's like, I saw a whole video on it, but he's like, no, I don't want to do it. And the guy's like, you have to do this. This is not working. So everyone's an alcoholic more than before.
Yeah, like, bro, like, listen, because guess what? This
Yeah.
is human nature, right?
Yeah.
The second you take away something that
Yeah.
we want, or like the second you take away something,
Yeah.
is the second we want it.
Yeah,
It don't matter what it is.
That happened in North Korea.
Literally,
though.
listen. If the government took away chairs,
Yeah.
motherfuckers would be, more people would be sitting down more often because they would be scared that the fact they will never be able to sit again.
I'm like, oh my god. Like toilet paper. Everyone's scared about the toilet paper.
Yes, like anything. It could be anything. Like if the government took away our TV, we're gonna find a way to watch something.
Oh my God,
we're gonna
yeah.
find a way. It doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter if the government takes anything.
Yeah.
We want it more. If
Exactly.
anybody takes anything from us, we want it more.
Yeah, exactly.
Like that's what I'm just saying. It's like that's human nature. That's basically human nature. Anything that we can't, anything that we can't have, we want it more. We want it 10 times more. And then when we get it, we just completely discard it. And
That's
just,
what
and just go back to
happened
normal.
with the interview. There's a what was it? Like, remember when North Korea banned the interview?
Oh my god.
That was, and so then what they did, because Netflix just came out at the time, Netflix released it on their platform for free. So everybody started watching it.
Mm-hmm.
And I was watching it with my mom, and my siblings are like, why are we watching this? I'm like, well, this is important because someone was trying to censor us and suppress our rights of freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
And my siblings were like, I think younger at the time, they're like, no, they're not. My mom's like, no, your sister's right. Shut up and watch this. So everyone actually ended up watching it even more because of that. And now I think it's a classic. I think it's a classic now, but if it wasn't.
They made fun of North Korea.
Yeah, made fun of a dictatorship that is
Also,
abusing its people.
it was there was actually a genius, right? So there was a
Yeah.
genius that I think who was it? I think I forget who hated this. I forget. I think it was Einstein that hated this man.
Yeah.
Because this used to be his pupil, like not his pupil, but this used to be the person he used to teach.
Yeah.
And this genius, right?
Yeah.
This man literally found loopholes in how the Republic democracy of America is actually a dictatorship.
Uh-huh.
He made loopholes. He found loopholes in the Constitution and like a whole bunch of laws, making it a dictatorship.
Oh God.
He's that much of a genius. He figured that out.
Oh my God.
So basically, it's like, I mean, he found loopholes in thinking, he found.
Is anyone smart enough though in our political?
I mean, honestly, if you read the laws carefully, you actually can see the loopholes.
But do they read the laws? Is the question. Do they
Because
really read them?
let's be honest here, the government gets to do whatever the fuck they want, no matter what.
They do.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what it is. They can do it.
They do, but like it's also, but like, are there really smart enough people in the White House right now that are going to look at that? They're gonna, I mean,
there's smart enough people that know the law like the back of their fucking hand, but none of them are gonna tell you, oh yeah, it's a dictatorship. No one's gonna tell you that. No one's gonna. They might know it. They might know the loopholes, but they're not gonna tell you the loopholes.
That's why they made rights though to protect us.
Yeah, but those rights, like mind you, there's loopholes in those rights.
Oh no.
For example, the Second Amendment, there's a loophole. So it's like people like the Democrats are like, nah, but there must be a militia. But then it also says in the same freaking thing, the rights to bear arms cannot be infringed. So they're just like...
They're like, why do you guys need to make a militia? We're the best party ever.
No, they're like, no, you need a militia to have guns. And they're like, no, the right to carry arms should not be infringed. Yeah. So everybody can carry arms.
I'll make my own militia.
And but here's the thing though, like, that's that back and forth shit. The loophole is, but here's what the 444ers wanted. They wanted everybody to have guns. Yeah. The reason why they put militia is because back then their language was different.
Yeah.
Like back then, their language was like a militia because back then there were militias because guess what? Guess what the Continental Army was?
It was
a whole bunch of random people with guns.
Yeah.
It was just random farmers that had a rifle.
Yeah.
They had a rifle and they just joined the army and fought. Now we don't need it. We don't have that anymore. We have everything else under the sun. So it's like.
I think we should form our own militias, I swear to God.
I mean, the whole point, the reason why like the militia was added was because of that reason. Because most of them were old settling farmers that had a rifle. They just had a rifle.
We should start that. We're going to start our own militia. That's going to be the name of our political party, Keon. KJ Militia. We're going to start. We fight for you, the Americans. We fight for freedom.
For the people.
For the people and
we
for
the
anime
people,
waifus.
For the people.
Anime waifus and his bad news we fight.
Yeah, but what was it? We'll skip that.
Our logo will be a cute anime girl.
What do we think? What was it? Before we got off topic, where were we at? We were
the militias.
No, where was the prohibition? What was it at? Prohibition.
Prohibition. Yeah, I was talking.
Yeah.
And then you talk about. I was talking about Freud. Oh my God.
Oh yeah, Freud. Oh yeah.
I wanted to talk about the misconception between Freud and gay people because I think there's a huge because I was researching it.
Speaking of, so finish what you were gonna say.
So another misconception I figured out about Freud was how he treated gay people, and I think this is a very sensitive topic, so let me explain. So I was reading. So I heard a lot about how Freud didn't like his daughter because she was lesbian, or Freud didn't like gay people. So I was trying to look into it because I just saw a lot of clickbait articles about it. So I read like the first 30 minutes of Sexual Theories by Freud. Like I listened to the audiobook. I'm not very smart, so I can't listen to a whole book. But from what I've seen that he was trying to say is that all humans are born bisexual and this is from what I've learned. I could be wrong about this. If you're a Freudian, please correct me. But like all humans are born bisexual, and due to our childhood, we choose whether to be we don't choose, but it makes us heterosexual or homosexual. And Freud said that according to Freud, he said that you could enhance heterosexual actions in a character, but that isn't. But you don't need to change someone from being gay.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason to do it, and you can't cure a psychoanalyst.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Freud, and obviously in our modern standards, he sounds homophobic as hell.
Mm-hmm.
But I think what Freud was trying to say is that you can't cure someone of being gay because there's no reason to. There's no reason.
That's human
to.
nature. That's what he's trying to say.
Yeah, he's trying to say
it's
human nature. Like humans like to have sex. You know, if you want to have sex with a guy, that's just part of human nature.
It's
And
just
there was
human
actually
nature.
2 letters of him writing to these parents who were like trying to convert their kids to heterosexuality. And Freud's like, you know, this isn't gonna work. Like they hate you guys. They're not gonna listen to me. And then they were like, the parents would get all angry and like take their kid out of the program. But what happened though was that in America, people, this like American psychiatric, he was trying to experiment with psychoanalysts to convert gay people, and he took Freud's work because Freud sounded homophobic, but I think he was actually trying to ask the question.
No, I don't think he sounds homophobic
Why
at all.
are people gay? Yeah, I know, but like the way he words stuff, I can understand someone from our time reading it and being like, oh, he's being like homophobic, but I from our time, our generation. You're not telling me that if you read that out loud, millions of people, someone isn't going to get offended over it. They will.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because our I'm sorry, but our generations are full of
Don't get me
cupcakes.
started. Anyways,
So
but
yeah,
I think what Freud was trying to ask was the question, why are people gay? Not should people be gay? And I think, and then the American psychiatrists took a hold of it and was trying to use it in like the straight conversion therapy shit and whatever, and that's how the stereotype got sort of forward that Freud hates gay people. I think at first he was trying to, in my opinion, in the early works he might have been trying to experiment if he could do it, but he realized he couldn't do it, and that to me is impressive. And he admitted there's nothing wrong with being a homosexual. There's nothing wrong with it.
Listen. Here's my stance.
And his daughter was actually a lesbian.
Yeah, it's like,
and he was best friends with her.
Yeah.
And like I mean, they talk about this dream she had where his daughter was beating her, but that would have been understandable at the time. And even though he found out she was gay, she was still like a huge impact on Freudian psychology. She was like she did like the whole entire child development thing and everything. She was like a huge impact on it. So he never abandoned his daughter for being gay, which was like more than impressive for the times. So I don't know.
No, but it's like I'm pretty sure like okay. So my stance on this is like okay. So yeah, okay. You can be where the fuck you want to be. I don't care what you want to be. Okay, it's just that me personally, me speaking for me. If you're gay, please don't hit me. Please don't hit on me. Please.
They don't hate you.
No, hit on me.
Hit?
Like flirt, like try to yeah.
Keon, you're popular. Oh wait, someone from the last thing that commented on your YouTube and said you were attractive, so you should text them back.
Who?
I don't know, this like comment person. Like you gotta go on your YouTube and find it. It was like on the recent episode, and they said you were cute. So you could get girls, Keon. You could get likes.
Okay. It's like alright, but anyway, but still, it's like literally, it's like either they're what's the word? Either it's like, listen, don't hit on me. I don't like that. I mean, I don't swing that way. Okay, I'm sorry. I just don't.
Yeah,
okay? Like, don't come at me as a male and flirt with me. I'm not gonna cooperate. Now, we still can be friends, but I just
have
don't.
people hit on you before, Keon?
There was a lot of gay people that tried to get with me.
Keon's popular.
What's wrong with that?
I want to hear the stories, Keon.
I mean, there wasn't that many.
I want to hear the stories.
Because I warned them in advance. Like, I'm not dating you.
Why did you go? Wait, did you go into a gay bar and they went up?
No, I never went to a gay bar. It's just that some gay people would just be like, "Hey, I'm like," they'd be saying weird shit to me. I'm like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm good. I'm good on that." But anyway, but okay. But on that, right? So like. Speaking of like that whole coke thing, I was gonna mention a dude named New Jack.
New Jack.
Guess what? Okay, so he was a professional wrestler for Smoky Hill Wrestling.
Yeah.
And this man, right? This man was crazy. Absolutely insane. This man was literally like back then, pro wrestling was a bit crazy
Mhm.
Like, this is, like, Attitude Era type shit. Like, you know the Attitude Era where they had, like, the barbed wire bats, they had, like, thumbtacks they can pour on the ring and slam people on them.
What?
Yeah, there was a lot of crazy shit they were
What year was this? Give me the time.
like the 80s, 90s era.
What?
Yeah, they allowed this shit to happen. No, because it was part of the act. It was part of the act.
Putting thumbtacks on people was part of the
Yeah, wrestlers didn't care. That was part of the job. It was part of the job to get hurt like that. Like, sometimes they would, like, in Attitude Era, there'll be things called first blood matches. Whoever bleeds first loses. So, like, literally they'll be slamming each other on shit, you know, jumping on each other, kicking each other, all types of shit. Get the steel chair out, start smacking them on the head, all types of shit. And whoever bled first from all of that lost. And then there was this promotion called Smoky Hill Wrestling that was also around this time. And New Jack took this to the extreme. But here's the thing, though. You know what's so funny about this?
Yeah.
This man was a black dude being featured in this promotion in an audience full of racist, conservative white people. So, like, the Confederate flag was beaming. Just everybody, they were just flying that shit. Here's the thing, though. New Jack didn't took shit from nobody. So this man would say the most ridiculous shit just to piss off these racist people. This man would be like, you think I'm some watermelon eating, bone sucking, chicken bone sucking? No, I ain't that. If you don't like me, you. It's like he said all types of shit. And this man, look, you know what this man did? It was crazy.
Right.
So you know Rodney King, right? You know how, like, his ass got beat by 5 cops. This man literally, like, he got his group.
Yeah.
So this happened in national TV, by the way.
Yeah.
He literally had 4 of his friends, and, like, this was a tag team match type shit, right?
Yeah.
All 5 of his friends, right? Like, they were part of his wrestling team.
Yeah.
They beat the shit out of the white champion like they beat Rodney King in the fucking video. They beat the shit. They basically pulled the Uno reverse card on the Rodney King shit. They beat the shit
They're
out
all
of
in on it, right? They're all in it together.
Yeah, but, like, they beat the shit out of this dude because, like, they pulled the Uno reverse card because what happened to Rodney King. So basically, New Jack was the guy that. Okay, so basically, take what black people wanted to say to the white people, but we would never say it, though. But guess who would, though? New Jack would say it. So he would piss off the white conservatives, racist.
I gotta see this.
It's so funny.
Oh my god,
I'll show you.
You better show.
I'll show you
This
this.
is gonna be
I'll show you
great.
this after the podcast.
That would be
But it's like
so
literally
awesome.
beat the shit.
Oh
And
my
not to
God.
mention, listen, he's also a guy of revenge. He has grudges. So, like, there was this one time where, what was it? Basically this dude, right? They're supposed to do a stunt.
Yeah.
This dude was supposed to jump off a 20-foot, like, the 20-foot thing. There was basically like a 20-foot scaffolding they had to jump off of. They were gonna jump off and hit the ground, right? Here's what. So New Jack was like, "Listen, we're gonna jump." Here's the dude that was with him. He's like, "No, I'm not jumping. This is too high." He's like, "Fuck you, we're jumping." And guess what happens? On 3, 1, 2, 3, he jumps, right? The dude didn't jump fully. He didn't jump. You know what he did? He fell onto New Jack's head and cracked his skull. So New Jack, being New Jack, comes back a year later after he recovers from the skull thing. You know what he does? He brings him to the top of the 40-foot catwalk. He brought a stun gun beforehand. He got a taser before the match.
Is this legal?
Back then it was legal. This man literally tased the dude that did this to him. He tased him, right? The dude's like, I can't feel my legs. You know what New Jack says? You ain't gonna need him. And throws his ass off the fucking catwalk into the ring. He throws his ass off the ring. He's like, you ain't gonna need him. He throws his bitch ass off. He throws his ass off. He falls.
How is this not in here? How is Hollywood not making a movie out of this?
Yo, listen.
He needs a movie.
No, dude, it's so funny. Because literally in the end, right?
Yeah.
He said, if they're like, okay, like the interviewer, right? He was like,
Yeah.
oh, what if they make a movie out of this? You know what he said? If they make a movie out of this, the end of the movie, there better be me as an old man in a wheelchair, snorting some coke. I'm like, yo.
That's naked! No! People would totally see that! Oh, I want to see that movie! I want to see that movie!
That was crazy. I didn't even tell you half the story. I only told you like the good parts.
Oh my god, I want
There's a lot of
to...
conflict in this man's
There
life.
is.
A lot of shit goes down in this
I
one.
need to see this
It's
Netflix
fucking crazy.
series.
It's fucking crazy. This man
Oh,
is insane.
My
Insane.
God,
Like,
I love hearing about insane shit that
Yeah.
happened back then.
yeah, but it's like, dude, it's like now you couldn't listen. If he started his career back then,
Yeah.
I mean, if he started his career now,
Yeah.
he would get canceled after.
Oh my
The first
God.
match wouldn't have happened.
The first match, it would have been like, you can't taser someone.
You can't slam him off a fucking table. What's wrong
I'm
with
like,
you?
fuck you, people.
Why are you slamming kids off the table?
Why are you smoking cocaine? It'll damage the children. I am so done with this like sheltering our generation has. We have so many stupid trigger warnings. I'm an adult. Why do I need a trigger warning to see sexual content in my animation class? My teacher doesn't do this. The kids do this.
Well, because nowadays people will literally get offended over anything and everything.
It was
literally
freaking
it will have to be
cartoon.
it will be nothing.
Not my
listen,
teacher, but the children.
Literally, it'll be nothing about anything. You could be like,
Yeah.
oh, look at this black camera here. Oh, look at this, like, or oh, look at this black sign.
Yeah.
So here comes this white girl. Here comes the white girl. That's racist. That's offensive. What is
That's
wrong with
racist.
you? Are you crazy? Are you crazy? You know what you just said? That's racist. I'm offended that you said
Yeah,
that.
I'm gonna turn off my iPad because it's running out of battery.
Yeah,
Is that okay?
It's fine. It's fine.
It's
It's like that's a racist. You're offensive. I'm like,
yeah, I'm like, screw you people. Like, oh my god,
offensive.
you're making so like okay, I was watching like this show called like it's this like X-rated 70s show. I'm gonna look it up. It's like the first like R-rated movie, first R-rated cartoon. It is like it has like a lot
Julie,
of
what
like
you watching? Julie, what you watching?
what no, it was
Julie,
in
what
my
you
animation
watching?
history class.
Julie, what do you be watching, Julie?
First,
Are you sure it's in your animation class, or did you search this up on your own?
no, it was in my animation class.
Oh no, you just no.
And the 9 Lives of Fritz the Cat. It was Fritz the Cat. I remember I heard it before on YouTube, but it was Fritz the Cat. So if you know Fritz the Cat, you know there's a lot of like racist characters. Like they make the cops pigs. They unfortunately make the black people crows. They're just
No, like the Black Dynamite is like similar.
yeah, but they're like ripping on everybody.
Yeah.
It's like the South Park equivalent of a furry movie.
Oh, okay.
They say and like this kid in my class, he did like a content warning. Not the teacher. The teacher doesn't do this. He is like one of those teachers who are like, I will not bow down to you losers.
Mhm.
The kid did this. He's like, content warning. They say the N-word, and there are anamorphic animals who get naked. And the teacher's like, thank you, so-and-so.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, why do I need a content warning to see sexual content when I'm 21 and I am in an adult animation film class? Stop, all these freaking losers, stop giving me these stupid content warnings. I get that some stuff is uncomfortable, but you have to grow up. You are children. Like, he was trying to talk about Bill Cosby, like Fat Albert. So this is the animation film class, and we watched the film. So he was trying to talk about Fat Albert. And in context,
That's so funny.
Yeah, it was a great show. And he was trying to talk about Bill Cosby and how, even though our generation, because this is my generation, we didn't grow up with Bill Cosby.
Yeah, we didn't.
We see him as a rapist. But at the time in the 70s...
He isn't, though.
What? He's not? Okay.
No, here's the thing, though. Here's my theory on this situation, right?
Okay.
So
I gotta get back to the thing I was talking about, though.
But here's my theory on this. Bill Cosby is not... Okay, I think Bill Cosby's guilty maybe of 1 or 2 of those cases.
But weren't there 60 women?
Yeah, he's probably guilty of maybe 1 or 2 of those cases. He did not do that to all of those women.
Okay.
Some of those women are making some shit up. Because there's no way... Listen.
Yeah.
Listen, there's 60 women, right?
Yeah.
Listen. I think he probably did 1 or 2. He probably did the first 2 to come up and speak.
Yeah.
I believe those 2, but beyond that point, I don't believe them anymore because literally at this point, I think they're just trying to get money out of him.
Okay, I don't know the.
Like, I know the context of it, but it's like like you know how like someone gets like to the peak of the mountain, right?
Yeah.
They get to the top, right?
Yeah.
And there's not much you can do. There's not much dirt on them, right?
Yeah.
So what happens is some people come out the woodworks, right,
Yeah.
and say, "Hey, he did this to me because they want money from him because they worked with them like 10 years ago or some shit, and they didn't get and they look at their life now compared to his life, and they're doing bad right now compared to him. So what they're gonna try to do is, hey, remember you worked for me? Remember you did that thing that you never did? Yeah, I want money now. I'm suing you for that thing that you never did."
I don't know anything about that. All I know is that 60 woman came out and convicted him of rape. So I don't know that.
Yeah, but it's like you understand. You gotta understand.
I don't doubt that maybe some of them
Are
might have
lying.
been. Maybe some, but I gotta get back to the story. I have to investigate that myself.
Yeah.
So anyways, the teacher though, what he was trying to do was teach us the context of what Bill Cosby was at this time in the 70s and 60s.
Yeah.
And he was trying to talk about all the achievements we won, all the awards, and the impact he was, and everything. And this one kid in class he was like the same kid from he was typing in, and he's like, "You don't need to talk about this. We already know this." And the teacher's like, "No, I think this is important to talk about." He's like, "You should see the chat. I'm stupid." Like in my school, they're like, I'm like, "What do you mean it's not important to talk about? We have to understand the context of what this person was."
But what fucking Lil Nas X did on the music video is important to you though?
Like the freaking like stupid. He didn't put a content warning in Keon.
No.
He hurt my feelings.
Not even that. They're mad at this nigga because he made shoes. He made shoes with blood in them.
With real blood?
Yeah. No, but here's the thing though.
Like fake blood.
No. They agreed to this though. A drop. Listen, it was only a drop of blood from.
Okay.
Listen, so every shoe had a drop of blood from whoever worked on it.
Oh, it was like a signature.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was inside the shoe, and people thought, "Oh, that was real blood." It was only one drop. All of them agreed to do it. Okay,
it was like
for the
consensual.
shoe.
It was like a art thing.
But
okay.
since he made the music video of him dancing on the fucking devil,
oh,
and
the Satanist.
Yeah.
The QAnon.
Everybody was like, "Oh, he's a Satanist. Don't buy his shoe." And then basically Nike sued him for like something about. I think they worked an agreement out. But like, literally, like there was one point, like I'm like at one point in time they sued him for the shoes.
What a bunch of losers.
I'm like, what? Why are you mad?
I'm sorry, but sometimes art is a little risque.
I know, right? Like, come on.
Like little. Nah, I heard of this. I thought it was because he was gay. People were ripping on him. He did like the gay double sex thing, and I'm like, that's nothing new.
Yeah, I'm like,
from Hollywood, though. I've seen worse.
Motherfuckers done it. I'm like, bro, we've seen way worse. Like,
I don't know why.
Like that movie. What's that movie called that you showed me? Like on Halloween.
What was it?
What was that movie? It's these shoes. They have blood. They have blood in there.
Yeah, that does look really. Is his whole brand like Satan and stuff?
No, that's just a shoe.
Well, why is there like a little pentagon?
That's just a shoe.
But I feel like his aesthetic though might be like occultist because he has a Satan thing on the box.
Yeah, but that's just a shoe.
Oh yeah, it's just a shoe, and it's not something to take literally.
Yeah.
It's just his
It's just a brand. It's just a shoe. That
like if he wants to do a supernatural feel to his shoes.
Like it wouldn't be no different. It'll be no different if a guy had a whole bunch of demons on his fucking shoes.
Yeah,
it'll be no different.
Yeah, it's just like the aesthetic.
Yeah.
Like, that's just the brand he's making. He's making a supernatural brand. He put some blood in it. He put the pentagon. He's like, yeah, his audience are like mature adults.
Yeah.
Who like supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that. That's a brand. That's what you're doing.
But some people take that like nowadays. People take that into like they take that shit too serious.
I'm sorry, you can't stop Hollywood celebrities from being artists.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, art school is. It used to be like a Wild West show. Now it's filled with like. I swear to God, now no one wants to question anything. No one wants to just make stuff in art school. There has to be like a whole
reason behind it.
There has to be a whole reason behind it. They don't want things that challenge them. They want just safe, all these like safe, like diverse things that don't even make sense. They just want fluff now. Like I mean, okay, like if you're an illustrator like me and you're just hired to make food or draw something, okay, fine. But don't act like you're the shit. Don't act like you're changing society by drawing some pictures on Twitter.
You're not the next Leonardo DiCaprio. You're not the next Picasso.
You're not
Shut
the
up.
next Handmaid's Tale girl. You're just following Twitter trends, okay?
Yep.
You want to be like one of those like inspirational what was it, civil rights
Mm.
artist, then you gotta get off the computer and go out in the world because you ain't
Those
seen
what you
anything.
call those keyboard warriors.
They're keyboard warriors.
No, they're not activists. They're just keyboard warriors.
They like, and they're all the kids in my class. I'm like, you're not making anything new. You're just reprinting the same old stuff. Why don't you go to these countries where people live and draw them? Why are you just behind a keyboard typing stuff? You know, like, do it. Just do it. Just go. Like, go do it.
Because what they type on the internet is a reflection of themselves. That's
Exactly.
what it is.
Like, this is going to be a reflection of ourselves.
Like,
know?
if you have a nice comment, cool, you're a nice person.
Yeah.
But if you have a mean comment, you're either one, a mean person, or you hate something that you said to me about yourself. Like, basically meaning if they're like, oh, he's this, and this, because you're this and this, because you're this, and this. That's why you're saying it towards me, trying to make me go down to your level, which will never happen because I don't. No, just no, it just won't happen. I won't let it happen. You can have all the mean comments you want. I will forget about those comments literally the next day. So,
yeah, I don't understand. Yeah, I get it. A part of me gets it. Like, I get if you're a kid on the internet.
Yeah, okay, but see, most of them are kids. Most of them are kids anyway.
Yeah, but I'm
so
like, oh no, I don't get cyberbullying. Like, if someone's cyberbullying you, I don't know why you can't shut off your computer and walk away. Like, I'm not talking about, like, if it's, like, a school conspiracy. I'm talking about, like, if someone's on the computer.
Here's the thing, though. It's, like, nowadays, listen, nowadays it's kind of hard to do that because your internet life, like, people make it seem like your internet life and your real life are this. You're just one thing.
Yeah.
But reality is separate. It's
completely
separate, different things. But in school, it's like this. It's basically this.
Yeah.
Because guess what? The people that you've talked to on social media are usually your classmates.
Yeah.
So guess what happens? If a classmate says something bad about you, you're gonna think about about that way when you see them in school.
That's ridiculous.
So unfortunately, that's what happens. Like for school, social media and life are basically one. But once you get out of school, it's no longer the case. Once you graduate, that's no longer the case.
I swear to God, Keon, I'm going to homeschool my niece. I'm going to homeschool her.
Don't do that. Don't.
Why? I want to do it.
Because she needs social skills.
Okay, I can get her into karate if she wants social skills.
That's not social skills.
What about the swim team? What about, I'll take her to those, like, socializing places, okay? I don't want her in this awful school setting where she's not going to learn anything, where she's not going to do it. Where it's like, oh, she needs social skills. Why don't we have wild planned freaking sleepovers at her house, okay? I'll make cookies or something.
Are you her parents?
No.
Okay, then, so relax.
But, like, I don't want kids growing up in this awful system where they're not learning anything.
Well,
they have to take these stupid tests. They're not excelling at anything because the teachers are like, I don't know what they're doing.
Hopefully it changes, but honestly, I don't see it. I don't see it getting any better.
I swear to God.
I don't see anything getting better until like maybe one day where we're like, listen. Hopefully one day all of us wake up and like start doing shit ourselves rather than letting other people do our own shit.
Yeah.
Like instead of other people trying to fix our problems, we should be fixing our own problems.
Yeah, we've been doing this for 2 hours.
Yeah, I know.
I think I gotta drive you home.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry. I didn't know how late it got.
Yeah.
Okay, everyone who didn't show up, show up.
Yep.
You were supposed to show up today. I sent you all Twitch stuff. You all said it.
Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys. Whoever tuned in.
Political.
No one tuned in. I guess no one tuned in.
It's okay if you have different political opinions than us. You can still like my art on my Instagram. Please don't associate Keon's political beliefs with my Instagram account.
Okay, yeah. Oh yeah, that's what. Anyway, so yeah, see you guys in a bit. So my Instagram is KJ Savage 15.
Yeah, I'll keep us posted.
Her social media is Julio Salvio
at juliosalvio.art. I'm coming out with a portfolio series.
YouTube channel, obviously it's gonna be on YouTube, so you're gonna see it anyway.
It's gonna be on
Twitch is KJ Savage 59. I don't
know where all the people went.
So yeah,
maybe for Wednesday.
Yeah. So anyway, check out in a bit, and I'll see y'all later, and peace.
You gotta have, like, the rap song.